Step deep, green. Good, I hope they listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we invite you to rise and join evangelist and former Hamlin Mayor Chris Wilkinson for our invocation.
Heavenly Father, as we come to you this evening in prayer, Lord, we thank you for this beautiful evening you've given us. We ask you this evening, Lord, to watch over both teams as they enter the field, that they may play safely and have a good game. We just ask you, dear Lord, to strengthen them and they may play to the best of their ability. We thank you, Lord, for both schools that are represented here tonight. We ask you to bless each and every student, Lord, that attends these schools. Bless the staff of both schools, that we may help steer them in the right direction, that we may help them as they go through life, Lord. We pray this evening, Lord, that you'll continue to bless our country. We thank you for the blessings you've already given us. We pray that you'll watch over our military as they protect our country. We ask you, Lord, to bless all of our emergency responders as they go out and do their jobs and face danger each and every day. And we're thankful, Lord, that regardless of how crazy this world may look sometimes, Lord, we can look to you and know that deep down inside we know that you're saying everything will be all right. And we ask these favors and blessings in Jesus' name. Amen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Panther Football 2014. Tonight's game between the Logan Wildcats and the Lincoln County Panthers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats, and join the color guard from Panther Battalion of the Junior ROTC and the Panther Marching Band in honoring America with our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brian Pritchard. Alongside me is Brian Vance. And tonight, Brian, we're back here at Hamlin Lions Club Field where the Panthers will be taking on the Logan Wildcats. Logan coming in fresh off a 33-13 victory over Shady Spring last week. And, Brian, they light it up statistically.
Well, yeah, we're going to have our hands full again tonight. And I think right now Lincoln County is struggling a bit right now. We're still trying to find an identity of who we are, really. We're a young team, and it's going to be a big challenge tonight for the young guys. I mean, compared to last week, the weather, this is football weather. This feels great. So tonight, I was hoping a lot of good effort. And like I said, we talked about last week, the coaches this week really had their hands full to make sure the guys keep their momentum up, to keep good spirits up, because this is definitely a winnable game.
Right. And again, we were talking about Logan coming in. We have to keep our morale up. We have to keep the plays positive and everything like that. And just to throw you folks some numbers, what Logan did last week. Now, granted, Shady Spring are not world beaters by any stretch, but when your quarterback, Ryan Miller, goes 17 for 24, 351 through the air, and 4 scores, those are PlayStation numbers, Brian.
Yeah, that's, that's going to be, and like you said, Shady Spring might not be world beaters, but when you're putting up those numbers, who you're playing with, those are impressive. And, like we said, Logan did to Shady Spring what Logan should have done to Shady Springs. Right. I mean, so this is a good football team coming in here.
And again, one of Miller's main targets was Zach Accord, 9 catches, 176 yards, and he caught 3 of those 4 touchdowns through the air. And then Devonta Tolliver rushed only 9 times, folks, for 80 yards and put one of those in the end zone.
And in case you do a per average 9 for 80, that's pretty impressive, okay? So, again, our defense last week did look fairly well, at times. Again, we made a few errors here and there. But, again, tonight I think it's going to be a lot of the same thing, is prevent a big play. And as we can see from those stats, Logan's very capable of the big play.
That's exactly right. I expect the Wildcats to come out, maybe spread the field a little bit, a.k.a. the Scott game. Yep. And Logan does run a bit of a version of the spread offense, and obviously, Miller and Accord, they're going to put it through the air. And, Coleman more than capable, Tolliver more than capable, with a ground attack to keep everybody honest. So, again, what I'm thinking, and probably what you're thinking too, Coach Christian and the Panthers have got to execute their assignments. If they have a negative play, they need to forget about that negative play right as it happens, Brian, and get ready for the next play. I saw a lot of that last week against Scott.
Oh, yeah, I agree 100% with that. And one thing tonight, we're going to have to try to make Logan, I think, one-dimensional. And that's going to be a very tough task. If it is stop the run and then let them go through the air, even though their quarterback and receiver are a deadly combo, at least if we make them one-dimensional, you can prepare for that a little better.
That's true. So, folks, we're going to have some pregame interviews and a lot of other things going on here before kickoff. And we'll be right back with those items right after this. I'm standing here with the head coach of the Logan Wildcats, Mr. Gary Mullins. And Coach Mullins, last week you all coming off a big win at Shady Spring, 33-13. Tell us how the Wildcats got it done last week.
Well, offensively, we was very efficient. Quarterback was 17 of 24, had 3 or 4 drops, and threw for about 351. So he should have been over 400 with 5 or 6 touchdowns. So anytime you're that efficient, you're going to have a hard time losing. So if he does that tonight, we'll be okay. But offensively, we've been very up and down. So we're interested to see what happens.
Okay, well, tell us about, too, one of his main targets last week was Zach Accord. Caught 9 balls, I think, for 176, and 3 of those 4 touchdowns. Are they starting to look for each other this part, early in the season?
Well, Zach's been really good right from the beginning. The biggest thing last week is our other guys started coming on. We got 5-6 wideouts as good as I've had since I've been here, and the other ones are starting to play well. And now that means he gets single coverage a lot of the time, so he's hard to cover one-on-one. So we feel like we just get out there and see where the best matchup is and try to work from that. And we feel like we had good matchups last week, and we hope we can do the same thing this week.
Okay, well, again, I'm standing here with Coach Gary Mullins. And, Coach, again, Lincoln County, Logan County, a little bit of a rivalry between the Wildcats and the Panthers. I know you kind of get up for these games. I'm sure your boys do, too. What can the fans here at Lincoln County expect to see from the Wildcats tonight?
Well, we're very young, so you never know what you're going to see out of them because I don't know what I'm going to see a lot of times. But, we play hard up to this point. We feel like we gave our first game away, didn't play well in that game, but we played hard. And we've played 8 quarters so far. We scrimmaged Wayne, which we figure, you scrimmage them, you're going to get a good test of what kind of character you got on the team. And our guys haven't quit at anything they've done so far. So we're looking for that to get more and more every week and just try to build on it and try to be where we need to be at the end of the season, try to get back in the playoffs and have a winning season again.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck to you tonight.
We're here with Coach Christian. And, Coach, I know after the tough loss last week, how was the spirits this week at practice?
I thought we did a lot better job this week of getting after it. We had a lot of more enthusiasm, and last week we had the rain issue. We had to come off the field early on Tuesday, and then Wednesday was a little sluggish. So, we were a lot more spirited this week.
Well, we noticed last week was such a hard-fought game. I mean, they played really well. It just seemed like we had some errors at the crucial times, a little bit inconsistent. So we worked on that this week.
Oh yeah, we talk about it all the time about finishing drives, finishing plays, and again, you look at our youth. That's one of the downfalls of playing some young guys is you're going to have those inconsistencies, and we felt like that we do play hard. We do play hard, and we're proud of them for that, and I tell them all the time, you just got to stick with it, and good things will happen to you.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. So I know you scouted this Logan bunch. What should we expect tonight out of them?
Well, their quarterback's a pretty good quarterback. He does a good job of seeing the whole field, and when you get him, flush him out of the pocket, he's able to find his open receiver. He moves well, and he has good field presence, and he'll just pull up and hit the open receiver, and then they turn into running backs, and they're off to the races.
Well, that's what we kind of discussed a little in pregame, is trying to make this team one-dimensional, and that sounds easy, but it's not going to be tonight, is it?
Well, you got to pick your poison, I guess, on defense. Do you want to try to rush and put pressure on him, or do you want to try to drop back and into coverage and let him maybe throw you one? So we're going to try to do a little bit of both. I think we're probably going to drop back a little bit more, again, with our lack of speed getting upfield, and hopefully we can cover a little bit more and cover the field.
Well, we noticed last week it seemed like we had some young players on offense kind of growing up. As the game went along, I think you could see them getting a little more maturity. So should we expect even a little more, another week? I hate to say a week, but see them grow a little more?
Well, we had the injuries there last week, and we ended up with two freshmen running in our backfield, and they did a great job. They did a well of a job, and you have to think back, to when you were a freshman in high school. Could you be playing varsity football on Friday night? And of course, it's tough to do that. But those kids got a lot of heart, man. They're aggressive, and they want to do well. And but we do have some guys back this week, and hopefully we have a better rotation of players. And that's one thing again with youth. They're playing hard, but there's a big difference between a 15, 14-year-old kid and an 18-year-old kid, especially as the game goes along in the second half.
Oh, that's what we talked about some in the show last week about bigger, faster, strong, and those 3 years do make a difference. And Coach, tell you what, we wish you good luck tonight. Let your kids play hard, and let you get out of here and get these kids ready to go.
Thank you, Brian. We appreciate it.
We're standing here with Lincoln County High School Principal Dana Snyder. And Mr. Snyder, why don't you tell everybody out there at the Panther Sports Network and Panther Nation how much we grew over this summer?
Well, we're averaging between 860 to 870 kids a year, and this year we jumped up to 940. You can tell that by the change in the classes. Lots of folks, lots of familyness, togetherness going down the hallway, just lots of kids, and it's not overcrowded, but let's just say that's very comfortable at times.
It is very comfortable, and I've noticed too, as we work together at the high school, the hallways, they do get a little crowded, but the kids seem to be getting along pretty well.
Yes, getting along very well. Got a lot of things going on at the high school. We actually had received a grant from the Department of Highways to put in a set of stairs that will allow us to get from the top of the vocational end down to the baseball and softball field. If we would have a code red or something like that, that would allow us to get students quickly down to a site where they could be reunited with parents. Had a lot of work with the football and the band field. Actually, with the board, come in, spend a lot of money to get a band field that's regulation size. Brought a bulldozer in and spent practically a month, I guess, actually getting the footprint for our new football stadium over by the school also. Just a lot of good, exciting things happening at Lincoln County High School.
I like paw print instead of footprint for the football.
Paw print, yes, a paw print, not a footprint.
Okay, well, since we're talking about the school and everything, why don't we tell everybody just a little bit about our globally ranked robotics team that just came back from Hawaii and the World Championships, and I believe took a first place and a second place.
Yeah, it's a VEX competition, I think is what they call it, and we were ranked at that time, I think, after that tournament, we were ranked #1 in the world in the programming component of that. Mr. Elliott's done a tremendous job. Obviously, people want to be associated with winners. Panthers, and you just will not believe the number of folks that have actually contacted the school, want to be a part of that robotics team, that robotics program. Just proud of those guys. You know, you think at a state level, at a county level, that's pretty daggone good, but we're talking about an international level. Right. Speaks a lot to the amount of time, energy, and effort that Miss Jelliett's put into that program.
Yeah, and those kids are just, you know, growing by leaps and bounds as far as the robotics program. You know, still a little bit in its infancy as far as we go.
Yes.
But those guys have just been world beaters, quite literally.
That is a good term.
Well, you know, again, I'm standing here with the principal, Dana Snyder, and you being an ex-football coach of your own. Tonight we've got a little border war going on here at Lions Club Field between Lincoln County and the Logan Wildcats. What is your prediction for tonight's outcome?
Well, you know, the guys just have been working their guts out. Seems like the last couple of weeks we've been snake bit on a few of them, got some injuries, but I just think the Panther Nation's ready tonight. I'm saying Lincoln County Panthers 14, Logan Wildcats 13.
Well, there you have it, folks. Dana Snyder says Lincoln County is going to get that first win of 2014 over Logan. And you can check all of this on the Armstrong Network, the social media networks, LCHS Pride, and Twitter, and Facebook, and everything else that is associated with social media. Just put in LCHS and look for us on the web.
And now, let's bring on the Panthers. Number 54 is Dakota Smith. Number 50 is Christian Daniels. For Logan, number 3 is Ryan Miller. Number 55 is Jordan Tony. Number 24 is Brenton Lance. And number 7 is Jeffrey Moore. The officials for tonight's game, the referee is David McVicker. The umpire is Eric Wilson. The linesman is Tom Aloise. The line judge is John Blankenship. The back judge is Steve Bratchett. And the field judge is Travis Rose. The Panthers have won the toss and have elected to defer to the second half. They will be kicking off and defending the north goal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here on the Panther Sports Network. We're high atop Hamlin Lions Club Field for tonight's broadcast between the Logan Wildcats and the Lincoln County Panthers. And I believe the Panthers have won the toss and have elected to receive the first, so they will be receiving the second half kickoff. So the Panthers are coming out on defense first. Brian, what do you think about that move?
I love it. I always wanted to play defense first, you know. I mean, I think the defense can be jacked up right off the bat. Offense may be a little bit nervous, so I think it's a good move. I always like to defer. How about you, Josh?
Yeah, I like it as well, and I think the last two games we received the opening kickoff, so maybe we'll mix it up a little bit and see how this works out.
Nothing wrong with changing it up, folks. That's right. So we're getting ready to start the first kick, the opening kickoff, I should say, here from Hamlin Lions Club Field. That's Tristan Roberts kicking off for the Lincoln County. And it's a high, deep end-over-end kick, and it'll be picked up at about the 25-yard line. Breaking up through the middle, 25, 30, 50, 45, and he's brought down. No, he breaks loose to the 40, 35, to the 34-yard line before he's finally brought down. That is number 24 for Logan, Brenton Vance, on the nice return for the Wildcats. We've got a penalty flag on the play. Looks like we've got an illegal block in the back, and I believe that's a spot foul, Brian. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, I believe that is. Really not a great start at all. Again, more missed tackles, and that's something we hope to correct tonight. And maybe we get a little bit of jitters out of us here, and we'll settle down, especially with the penalty, and be able to hold him.
So with the 10-yard penalty from the spot, it does back the Wildcats back up beyond midfield. So they will take over first and 10 at their own 44, we'll call it the 43-yard line, as they come out in a spread formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and 2 backs. On the hip of quarterback, that's Ryan Miller for the Wildcats in the shotgun. And it looks like Devonta Tolliver on his hip. Miller takes and fires deep down the field looking for a streaking receiver, and it's just beyond his reach. That's number 2, Cameron Sammons. But, folks, Cameron Sammons was wide open.
Yeah, he had a couple steps there, and notice right off the bat, the Panthers have a new look defense out here against this, I guess, the pass-happy offense of the Logan Wildcats tonight. We got a 3-man front playing a 3-5 of the safety in the middle of the field.
So again, Ryan Miller gets the signals from the sideline and now calls out the play. 1 running back on each hip, slot receivers to his right, 1 to his left. That is Devonta Tolliver breaking free for the Wildcats. Down to the 40, then finally brought down at the 35-yard line. Ball comes out. Let's see what the referees say. Ball comes out, or was he down? All right, they're going to say he was down by contact.
And again, you see, he's a big back. You're not going to run-tackle this kid. So he broke 2 tackles again right there, had him stopped for a short game. And you're going to have to wrap him up in a lot of pursuit.
And here come the Wildcats again with their up-tempo, high-octane offense, rolling up over 400 yards of offense last week against Shady Spring. Miller, for the first time, will set the backs in the eye, and he gets under center. He's going to take and give to his running back through. That's number 5, Matthew Cox. And Cox is stuffed at the line of scrimmage by the interior line of the defense. And the Panthers stood nice and tall on that play, folks.
Oh, they did. We talked in the pregame there, and we talked to the coach. He's probably going to run a little more of this 3-5 defense. As he said, try to get a little more coverage because it's going to be tough to get to the quarterback. And as you can see right now, they're running the wave of the future here. Just read from the sideline, go, go, go offense.
So 2 receivers split to the left, 2 receivers to the right, 1 running back on his right hip, and that's Miller in the shotgun for Logan. Panthers looking with 3 down linemen, several linebackers right beyond them. Miller takes, quick step, and fires a quick slant. It's broken up nicely by the Panther defense. That's number 13 for Lincoln County. That's Nathaniel Spencer, a sophomore, 6'2", 180 pounds for the Panthers, stepping in the right place. Oh, looks like he got his hands on it. Could have close to a pick there, Brian.
Oh, it's a great read by a sophomore who stepped right in front of that. Again, I hope to see more of this tonight, but he just read the quarterback's eyes.
So a 3rd down.
Drop the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So a 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats from the Panther 35-yard line. We're here in the first quarter, still scoreless. Opening drive of the contest. Miller takes and gives it to Tolliver, who is met at the line of scrimmage, picks up a couple yards, and then he's brought down hard by the Panthers.
And that's how you're going to have to bring him down. I don't think one guy is going to be able to do it. So you wrap up, you hold on, and say, help, come get me.
Number 36, Shane Wells for Lincoln County on the stop. And it's 4th, and we'll call it a long 7, and the Wildcats are going. Miller in the shotgun. False count, looks at the signal from the sideline, and now gets the call he wants. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Tolliver on his right hip. Miller takes, it's a 4, 5, 6-step drop. Looking, firing, and it's incomplete in between 2 receivers. Was intended for number 7. That's Zachary Accord, who we talked about in the pregame, right? Looks like he got tangled up with his own receiver on that.
I tell you what else I was impressed with right there. Rushing 3 and still got some pressure on him to maybe force him to throw it just a little quicker than what he wanted to. So, got to give a lot of credit to the lineman breaking through there with just 3.
And I got to chime in here real quick. That's the Panthers. They stopped Logan on 4th and 10, and I know Coach Shimp right over there to your right is going to be pleased with that effort from the defense.
Oh, it was a great effort, and one thing you see right there when playing that 3-5, guys, if they're going to play the run defense like that, we're going to continue to have success. it's important for our linebackers to get off the blocks, or if their O-lineman's not going down and really getting on our backers, it's going to be a pretty good night for the Panthers D.
Okay, so the Panthers have it 1st and 10 from their own 25, and they ran that play to Brian Miller, but there was a flag on the play. It looks like a false start against Lincoln County. That'll back them up 5 yards here on their opening drive of the game. No score here from Hamlin Lions Club Field. So we've got a 1st down and 15 now for Lincoln County.
It's real interesting to see that Logan's going to this no-huddle offense, calls from the sideline, puts a lot of pressure on the defense. So
fresh bodies and fresh legs will be the goal tonight, folks. It's number 44 for Lincoln County. That is DJ Derrickson on the carry. Got another flag on the play as Derrickson gets back to about the line of scrimmage. We'll call it the 20.
Illegal block in the back.
We've got 2 penalties on the play, it looks like. Preliminary indication was an illegal block in the back and also a hold against Lincoln County. So let's wait and see how they sort this out.
Not really the start we're looking for offensively here, but, again, with a young team, you're going to have these mistakes. These are what we're going to have to eliminate for us to be successful.
We need short memories tonight, Brian. They need short memories tonight. Forget the negative. Focus on the next play. All right, so now Lincoln County in a bit of a hole.
As we said, there's no such thing right now as a play to get you 25 yards. So right now they need to focus on just getting something positive. It's 5-10-yard gain, and you can still get the 1st down out of this.
So now it's 1st and long for Lincoln County from their own 20. That's Brian Miller right up the middle, spinning, churning, picks up 5 yards on the carry.
Right there is what you need to do, against this speedy defense there. You don't want to really run side to side, maybe set that up, but you really got to run between the tackles, and that's the strength of the Panthers offense is the big offensive line, and you've been working out all season. You got to run, put them horses to work and run between the tackles, guys.
8-5, 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 20 for Lincoln County coming up here from their own 25-yard line. First quarter, no score between the Panthers and Logan. Jake Ashley takes, he's going to roll to his right, plant his feet, set and fire. Oh, incomplete, short. And the only person that was relatively close was a Logan Wildcat. That was number 21.
4th down.
Kenneth Browning for Logan on the defense there. So now we got 3rd down and long for Lincoln County.
Young quarterback there. I mean, he did well. He rolled out, set his feet, did everything good. Obviously, I think he'd probably like to have that pass back, but we had a couple of guys that ran good routes. And, he didn't try to throw it on the run, didn't panic or anything, just stepped into his throw, made a good, strong throw.
Yeah, that was the one thing we saw last week a lot, him rolling out and not setting his feet. So I'm really impressed that he did that.
So here's a little inside reverse from Lincoln County, and he's got room to run, but he missed the block, and now he'll be brought down. Give him maybe a yard on the carry. Austin Scragg on the carry for the Panthers. And now it's 4th down and about 19.
I think Austin had a little bit of indecision right there, and if the running back, you'd either pick the inside or pick the outside and go. Him, where he slowed down a little bit there, allowed pursuit to catch up with him. So that'll come with experience.
So the Panthers line up in punt formation. We've got a quick timeout called by the Wildcats. So, fellas, we've seen 2 opening drives. Logan bringing the ball down the field after the nice opening kickoff return. And then the Panthers, getting a little stingy on defense and turning them away on 4th and long. And now the Panthers, back-to-back negative plays on 1st and 2nd down with the penalties. And now they're, facing a 4th and long. So little feeling out process maybe here in the early going, fellas?
Oh, I think so. And right here is going to be a scary part. As we saw last week, this right now, we're pinned deep. We're going to try to flip the field on, but we can't allow a big return here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get a good punt, but also, just another thing. There's some slipping going on out there. The field, it's kind of a wet track out there tonight, so that's a good thing. When you're trying to, that's a great equalizer. We like to say, so kind of evens the playing field up here.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Armstrong and the Lincoln Journal tonight. And if you are an Armstrong customer, then you can hear our voices and you saw our pregame show. If you are not, then you need to become one. Lincoln County facing a 4th and 18, and there's the punt by Roberts. So high spiraling end over end kick, which goes on, is out of bounds.
Punt goes out of bounds.
And the punt will be marked and blown dead at the Panther 47-yard line. So again, pretty good field position for Logan here, Brian. Starting on the right side of the 50 for them.
It is, but you know what? You can see we're showing a lot of respect to the return man. So we're trying to angle that kick out. I'm sure if it had been a little bit more, maybe they'll roll with it, but not terrible execution right there at all.
So Ryan Miller brings the Wildcat offense back out for their second drive of the night, facing a 1st and 10 at the Lincoln County 47-yard line. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, as Tolliver switches to his left hip. Miller in the shotgun, takes and fires. Folks, that's a fumble. That is a fumble, and it's recovered by Lincoln County. The ball did not go forward. It went backwards, slipped out of the hands of Miller, and Lincoln County finally got a break, folks, in 2014. Lincoln County setting up shop on the Logan side of the 50. 1st and 10 coming up, Brian.
Hey, you got to love, as you just called it, Josh, the equalizer, the wet track, wet ball.
Not only that, but right there, I mean, gosh, if you'd have just had the mindset to pick that ball up and take off running with it, when in doubt, scoop it up and take off. But great job there.
Timmy Thompson on the fumble recovery for Lincoln County as they set up 1st and 10. Jake Ashley takes and gives to number 11. That's Austin Scraggs for the crease. Austin Scraggs breaking a tackle, and he will not be brought down before bringing up enough yardage for a Panther 1st down.
There was a difference. On that one, you saw no hesitation. You saw him read the blocks, see the hole, take the hole, and great downfield blocking, allowing him to pick up some extra yards.
Great blocking also at the point of attack. Those pulling guards getting out there. That was a great job by the Panthers.
So Lincoln County now has a 1st and 10 at the Logan 26-yard line. Jake Ashley, sophomore quarterback for Lincoln County, in the pistol formation with 3 running backs at his disposal. Sends one back in motion, gives, busted play. Ashley's going to take it and get what he can out of it, and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Possibly lost a yard on that play.
I saw big 7'7" for Logan there. I mean, he's a senior, large lad right there. He's going to be a handful all night.
Name on the roster is Nicholas Turner, 6'1", 245, guys, checking in for Logan.
Right there, the quarterback there, he didn't panic, though. Right there, the play was broken. He just kept the ball, got what he could, didn't make a crazy mistake there trying to hand it to somebody that wasn't there. Just take it and live to fight another down. Good job.
Yeah, could have been disastrous. Now, hey, we got 2nd down.
Ashley, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to take, quick drop. Pass is dropped. Pass was intended for DJ Derrickson and went right through his hands. So now Lincoln County facing another 3rd down and long, 3rd and 10 from their own 26.
I like the call, though. We talked about that some last week. Mix it up a little bit. I mean, at the 2nd down, try to pick up a 5-yard pass and get you in a manageable 3rd down. So I like that call on the 2nd down.
Yeah, right there, the tight end, he ran just a seam route, looked like. And he looked to me like he was open. He was behind the linebackers right there. It'd be nice just to maybe read that for a split second longer and make that pass and see what happens. But I do like the play call, Brian.
On that fumble by Logan, the quarterback, I didn't know what was going through his mind. It wasn't that he tried to pass it. I was looking through the glasses, and this kid just rears back, and the ball just goes in the air. And he's like, wait a minute. And 67, he's like, oh, crap, look what I found.
Well, that's what, Josh, you can see. Again, a little bit of youth right there. He didn't know for sure what to do. When in doubt, you run, pick it up, let the official make the call.
Well, he did. He looked at the official. He was like, what do I do?
Play until you hear the whistle. And Timmy Thompson jumped on that fumble. Now Lincoln County setting up with a 3rd down and 10 from their own 26. They need about 11 yards to convert and keep this drive alive here in the 1st quarter. No score from Hamlin Lions Club Field. Logan nothing, Lincoln County nothing. Jake Ashley, 3 receivers to his left from the pistol formation. And he's going to roll to his left, looking, stops, plants the feet. He's looking deep. He's got a man in the end zone. Tanner Price, incomplete.
Jake Ashley's pass intended for number 1, Tanner Price.
Well, last week Tanner Price hauled that one in against Scott, fellas, but he had to outleap a Scott defender. That one was maybe right place, right time. You think Tanner might have run out of some real estate there, Josh?
I think Tanner he needs to keep running his route. The quarterback put it where he needed to be. Right there, you got to trust the quarterback's going to put the ball there. I don't know whether he couldn't find the ball when it was in the air or what, but that was a beautiful play. Good call, good route. Everything was great except for just didn't cruise the 7, but it was a good job.
So if Lincoln County's going to take advantage of the turnover, they're going to do it right here on 4th and 10. And that snap is over the head of Ashley. He's down after he recovers the bad snap. And Logan will now take over 1st and 10 after the botched snap by Lincoln County.
You know, though, that was really a good offensive series. I thought the coaches kind of opened the offense up a little bit, and we had potential to make plays right there. So, you know, let's don't get down. Don't get down at all. That was a good positive drive. Let's hold them on defense here now and make something. I think we can definitely score in this team.
All right, so here comes Ryan Miller and the Wildcat offense. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Miller takes and shifts Tolliver over to his left hip. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left in a spread formation from the shotgun. He's going to take and give it to Tolliver, and Tolliver's going to bust up the middle and pick up positive yardage for maybe 5 yards on the carry before he's brought down by the Panther D.
Yeah, and right there you saw 11 there at Scraggs, I believe. You know, he at linebacker position, he came up just like the play before that where he came in and made the tackle, but that time he had an offensive lineman right on him, so you know that created a 5-yard gain.
So Logan with their up-tempo offense, not huddling, getting their plays from the sideline. And Lincoln County adjusts their defense accordingly. Miller takes, he's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Now we've got a second timeout called by Lincoln County as some personnel was not in the right place or maybe not on the field in that call, guys.
Well, we saw a lot of confusion right there. When they came out with the splits left, he was uncovered. The only problem is the adjustment was made was 2 guys went to him.
All right, so while we have this timeout, Brian, let's thank Armstrong and the Lincoln Journal for being our proud sponsors of Panther Sports and the Panther Sports Network being brought to you here on Armstrong Cable. Brian, why don't you give us a little quick rundown in case everybody missed our broadcast from last week about the new DA project going on at Armstrong?
Oh, absolutely. Digital adapters that we're offering at Armstrong now, you get 2 for free. If you have more than 2 TVs, you get 1 more. They're $1. Allows you a better pitch on all your TVs and to pick up channels on every TV in the house. So stop by the office, pick one up, or give us a call. We'll ship them right to you.
Miller takes the shotgun snap, and it's a quick screen to number 2. That's Cameron Sammons. And Sammons is going to be pushed out of bounds, but not after picking up a first down for Logan. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 45.
Nice play. I really like the design of that play. You're putting your receiver one-on-one out there, and unfortunately, open field tackles are hard to make.
So Logan again with no huddle, putting pressure on the Lincoln County defense. 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left. Miller back in the shotgun has Devonta Tolliver on his right hip. Take a quick screen over here to the left. That's number 7, Zachary Accord. Accord making a move, getting upfield, picking up positive yardage before he's brought down, and a penalty flag flies in, but not after the pass is complete to Zach Accord for about 6 yards. Let's wait and see what the penalty flag is.
Right there, you know, the way the corner played that, he didn't make the tackle, but he forced the runner, you know, back inside where you got all your pursuit coming from, and that's the difference in that play and the play before that.
We're waiting to see what the penalty is here. Looks like it's going to be against the Panthers. That is a spot foul, it looks like. Could have been a face mask, maybe? 5-yard face mask. So it was an incidental face mask, but nonetheless, it's the 5-yard variety. And that's tacked on at the end of the play, and that'll give Logan another first down.
Empty backfield set here. This is something we haven't seen yet in the ball game, so let's hope we adjust to this.
Yeah, it looks like he's back to Tolliver over there into the slot over to his right. He's going to take and fire over to Tolliver. And great defense, missed the tackle. Tolliver puts the ball on the grass and picks it right back up. And then he is swarmed under by the Panther defense. But the pass is complete, and the pass moves forward, and Logan picks up positive yardage, about 7 yards on the pass completion.
I think what we're going to see tonight, what they're doing right now, these little swing passes out here, you're going to have to break down. Don't go for the hit, break down, and force him to have to hesitate. Let pursuit come help you out.
So Logan again in their traditional spread offense now with Tolliver in the backfield with Miller. 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers split out wide to his left. Lincoln County on defense, and Logan with the 2nd down and 3. He's looking long and deep and over the middle. That's Zach Accord, and he's in for the Wildcat touchdown. 25 yards out. Nice post pattern there, fellas. Got behind the defense, and Lincoln County got burned on the play action.
Right, and I was just thinking, you know, it makes it awful tough when it's safety in the middle of the field. If you're not playing at cover 2 with 2 safeties over the top, he can't be in both places at once, you know. And it'll be interesting to see if the Panthers maybe change that up and put 2 safeties over the top. Of course, you know, you lose a linebacker then inside. Kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place trying to stop the running game and the passing threat.
You can see with this offense that Logan's running, they're going to put a lot of pressure all night on the defense.
Jacob Browning's extra point attempt was no good.
So the Browning extra point attempt fails, and Logan has a 6-0 lead here at the Hamlin Lions Club field with 4:48 remaining in the first quarter. Lincoln County still in this game, and this isn't over by a long shot, folks.
Oh, and after last week's loss, as tough as that was, the kids come out tonight, they're playing with a lot of energy, and I'm pretty impressed with that. The coaches did a good job this week talking them up. We talked to Coach Christian before the ball game, and that's one of the things he talked about. He had a really good week of practice, which is good to see out of these young kids. They don't need to get down. This game right here, they're still definitely in this ball game. Don't get your head down. It's the last drive. We saw a lot of momentum. We saw some positive play. Let's just build on that.
You just can't have the penalties. You can't have the negative plays in between. If you're going to, continue to stay in the ball game, you got to chew up the clock, get positive yards on every play, continue to get first downs. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. We had a touchdown pass that coulda, woulda, shoulda been, but it wasn't. Take it back down and see what we got here.
Jacob Browning approaches and kicks. It's a high spiraling end over end kick, and it's fielded by the Panthers at about the 17-yard line. And a nice return there. I'm waiting to see the number on. That's Colton Beckelheimer, true freshman for the Lincoln County Panthers on the return. It's nice yardage from the 17, and the Panthers will set up shop 1st and 10 at about their own 37. So we'll give Beckelheimer 20 on the return.
Anxious to see in this next drive if the coaching staff continues to maybe open it up just a little bit. Maybe some little swing passes on first down. Let's get our guys in space and see if they can make the tackle.
Okay, 1st and 10 for Lincoln County at their own 37. Ashley takes and gives it to number 44. That is DJ Derrickson. Derrickson gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it before Logan swarms him under and knifes him down.
Jacob Browning on that tackle right there was one heck of a play to be able to come up, took on the blocker, and still had enough about him to take on the blocker, reach out, grab the running back, and make the play. That was a fine defensive play with the middle linebacker there.
So Lincoln County making some substitutions, and they're ready for a 2nd down and 9. We'll give Derrickson 1 yard on the last carry as the Panthers approach for this next play. He's got a receiver split to his right. Ashley in the pistol formation. 3 running backs at his disposal. He's going to take another busted play as he turns the wrong way to hand it off. And Ashley's going to get what he can out of it as they push the pile forward. And that's going to end up being not a terrible play as Ashley picks up about 3 yards on the carry.
I'm going to give Jake a lot of credit again for that. Again, these busted plays, though, we just can't have that. I mean, again, that is the youth and experience. But, as I said, as Coach said before the ball game, youth and experience, at a certain point, you're going to have to quit saying that. I mean, they're going to have to grow up. They're experienced players now. I know we're only in the 3rd game of the season, but plays like that right there is what's killing our drives.
All right, so Lincoln County faces a 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 from their own 41. Ashley in the pistol formation, 3 running backs, everybody in tight except for Tanner Price, who split wide to his left. He's looking right down the middle for a big tight end. That's Jacob Kirkendall, and the pass is intercepted. Here comes the Wildcats to the 40, 45, 50, puts on a move and steps out of bounds. No, he doesn't. He steps back across the field. That's Zyka Cord. Zyka Cord makes a move at the 25, and he's going to be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So a nifty return by Zyka Cord as actually overshot Kirkendall, his intended target, and a Cord back there at free safety, just waiting on the ball to fall into his lap, Josh.
And right there, I think the quarterback made the right read. I was actually saying tight end. He just right there. You just gotta, you gotta put that ball on more of a line. You gotta get it over the backer's head, but not so much area. Obviously, you don't want to overshoot him like that. You got the safety sitting back there. But I do like the play call, guys.
All right, well, Logan back on the attack with beautiful field position for this next drive following the turnover. Miller's going to take from the shotgun, 3-step drop, fires over the middle, tipped and knocked away, almost intercepted by Lincoln County.
Right there, that's what I was talking about. You have the 2 slot receivers running straight down the field, guys. You have a linebacker trying to run with them underneath, and a safety. He's got to choose right there. Really, he could have looked them off one way and come back the other way. That puts that one safety over the top in an extremely tough spot.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats from the Lincoln County 24. Miller in the shotgun, 2 receivers split wide to his left. 2 receivers split wide to his right. Running back on his right hip. And that's number 5 for Logan. That is Matthew Cox. Breaking free and sprinting over to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Logan. Nice play there. Nice little wrinkle on the draw play, Brian, as he shot through. Found a crease, bounced it to the outside, and picked up positive yards. Now the Wildcats 1st and goal.
Yeah, that bounce to the inside is what sucks everybody in. You have to bounce that out. So, you got to be more disciplined, stay at home.
So, all right, so Logan now with a more traditional look. Slot right, split left, I formation. He's going to take and give to Cox. Again, Cox finding some running room up the middle. He's going to pick up 4, maybe 5 yards before the play is blown dead. Logan setting up nicely, second down and goal from about the 5, Josh.
And right there, I mean, Brian, you said it earlier, you know, you got to come in. You're not going to get those big kill shots tonight running in there full speed. You got to come full speed, break down, come under control, and just get them to the ground. You know, you got to grab a hold of them. And another thing, the left tackle on that play, he put his hand down and he picked it back up. Guys, you can't do that. That's a false start.
Second down and 5 for Logan as he takes and gives to Cox. Cox sprints inside and falls in for another Logan touchdown. So with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the first quarter, Logan strikes again after the interception by Lincoln County, and they're ahead 12-0. Logan kept to the ground a lot that drive, guys. Do you think maybe they've seen something, or are they just going to try to spread us out and hit us up the middle a lot like Scott did last week?
I think that's kind of what they're looking for right now. And again, they found some success. You know, we've gotten some penetration, but just like we alluded to earlier, it does no good if you get the penetration but don't make the play.
Miller takes and fires a pass for the 2-point conversion. It is complete, and there's a flag that comes in right after the play. Pass is complete to Accord. We've got a hold against the Wildcats, so they will retry the 2-point conversion after they back it off 10 yards for the holding call.
I think we did. The officials missed one on the touchdown. I thought was a holding, but again, it's really easy to see up here, you know, when they're trying to second guess that. But again, that's probably something the officials are probably going to have to look at tonight with this spread attack. For bringing any pressure up, it puts a lot of pressure on the offensive line at that point. As you notice, we're shooting some backers from some spots they may not be used to, so you're going to see some hands reach out.
All right, so now Logan looking to convert this 2-point conversion from their own 15. Miller in the shotgun. Tolliver on his left hip. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Miller's going to take 5-step drop, looking, plenty of time. Now he's flushed, and he fires towards the end zone, and it is intercepted, so the point no good, and Logan leads 12-0 after the failed 2-point conversion. So with 2:03 left here in the first quarter, it's Logan 12, Lincoln County nothing. And fellas, right here is where Lincoln County needs to realize there's still 3 full quarters yet and 2 minutes left in this quarter. The game is not over.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm going to give Russ a lot of credit on that play right there. If you notice the slick track, he actually fell down, but still had enough hustle, enough heart to get up to make that play.
Yeah, and that last touchdown, it wasn't so much as Logan scored that one as we give it to him. You know, an interception, and they got great field position. You know, that's not so much as, you know, they're great as we just give it to them.
Oh, exactly. And, you know, we've alluded to this a lot here. We just got to try to eliminate these mistakes and the negative plays that seem to continue to bite us.
So Browning set to kick off again for the Wildcats. 2:03 left in the first quarter. Hamlin Lions Club Field, 12-0 Logan. Takes it's a high spiraling end-over-end kick. Fielded by Lincoln County. That's number 35. That's Brian Miller on the return. Nice return for Lincoln County. We've got a flag on the return. Let's wait and see what the call is.
I'm thinking this is a little bit of a personal foul, spearing.
Got a personal foul against Logan. And I do believe that will be tacked on at the end of the run, and that's 15 more yards for Lincoln County. So Lincoln County should start on the right side of the 50 here after the penalty's marked off with a 1st and 10 coming up. So the Panthers have a 1st and 10 at the Logan 47.
That's such a tough penalty to be that. You know, you want to be aggressive, but, you know, really it was an unnecessary penalty, but it's hard to take that aggressive out of players.
So we're going to take and we're going to sweep to the right. We've got a hole. That's number 11. Austin Scraggs in through the hole, picking up nice yardage for Lincoln County, and another flag comes in. It'll be holding against Lincoln County, and that'll back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Right there, Scraggs runs that play well. You know, he makes one cut, plants, and gets upfield, and that's where that play is designed to go. You kick out that end, you cut up right inside of them, and you get positive yards every time. Just got to obviously you don't want the holding call, but he runs that well though.
And it's so hard on that call right there. You know, you don't want to tell the kid. You know, definitely he made a hold call, but it really had no impact on the play.
So now Lincoln County faces a 1st and 20 from their own 42. Ashley with his 3 running backs in the pistol formation. Tanner Price split wide to his left. Going to take, flag comes in as the play. Ashley's going to take and fire deep down the field, and that is incomplete, and Ashley took a shot on that play as the flag comes in, and it's probably going to be against Lincoln County, fellas. I do believe I saw the tight end take off just a hair too soon on that play.
Flag on the play. Illegal shift against the Panthers.
Too many penalties tonight. I mean, you can't expect to stay in the ball game and compete or win a ball game when you're just turning the ball over, shooting yourself in the foot. You know, we talked all season about how this offense, it's not made to play behind the chains, guys. And when you're in 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 15 all night, you can't have that. You got to have positive yards every play to give yourself. You can't have the mental mistakes.
Well, I've just spoken to Jamie Jones up here with us, Josh, our wizard of the stat sheet. Lincoln County's already been flagged 5 times, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. So now it's number 44, DJ Derrickson, who is met hard into the backfield by the Logan defense. That's number 42, Damian White.
That's a good play by the defensive end, but that's just what we talked about coming the other way with Scraggs, guys. You got to plant that foot and go inside the defensive end right there. I guarantee you that play is designed to that's how it's designed to go. You're kicking that guy out, you plant your foot, get upfield, and get what you can.
So now I guarantee it's all about angles on that block, and we're trying to get that guy to come upfield so to make that block a little easier.
So again, Lincoln County facing another daunting task. 3rd down and 23 from their own 39. Ashley's going to take 5-step drop, fires down. Pass is caught and then dropped. Pass was intended for number 3. That's Corey Rusk, and the pass was there. Could have been caught, and Corey just dropped it.
Well, you can see right there, it's real easy, maybe running a little bit before he actually caught the ball. And that's one of the most hardest things for a receiver to do, to make sure you secure that ball before you're running, because you know what he was thinking right there. I can get this 1st down.
Right. So now Lincoln County is backed up, and they will assume punt formation. That's Tristan Roberts back deep to punt for the Panthers. He'll take. Nice punt by Roberts, high, spiraling end over end, and it's going to roll dead. And the Panthers will stop the return. And it looks like Logan's going to have a 1st and 10 at about their own, we'll call it the 37-yard line coming up here.
It'll be 1st down from that point.
Again, as you can see in that last drive, it seems like it's every drive we have that 1 or 2 negative plays. Right now it's been penalties. It's just we've shot ourselves in the foot.
And here comes Miller in the high-octane offense of the Wildcats. 3 receivers to his left now, 2 to his right. Nobody in the backfield except for Miller. Lincoln County's defense is spread out now. Let's see what Miller does. Takes, and it's a quick pass over to number 2. That's Cameron Salmons again on the quick screen. And he's going to pick up positive yardage, 11, maybe 12 yards on the pass. So pick up another 1st down for the Wildcats.
I tell you what, that's a well-designed play. If you look what they're doing, it's almost single coverage on that side. And Josh, you talked about it. With 3 to this side right here, the free safety has to cheat this way.
I mean, you have to, and there's nobody over the top. Here in a second, they're going to pump fake that, and the slot's going to go down the field, and there's not going to be anybody there, guys. There's not a safety over the top on that side.
So again, Logan comes out with a no-back set, 5 wide receivers, 2 to the right of Miller, 3 to the left. And Miller's going to take from the shotgun. 5-step drop, no rush from Lincoln County as Miller's looking deep down the sideline for a receiver, and he's got a man who catches it right at the 10-yard line before falling out of bounds. And now Logan has a 1st and goal again after the nice long pass from Miller to number 22. That is Daniel Browning.
He appears to be down right there.
Appears to be hurt after the catch.
I sure hope it's not the knee, because that's such a devastating injury. And what a great play that really was. We had pretty good coverage on that. Our cornerback just kind of lost the ball, and for him to keep concentration on that ball, it really was. He was looking back over his shoulder. It was a tough catch to make.
So let's hope that correction on that. I believe that was number 2 on the catch. I'm sorry, that's Cameron Salmons on the catch, and he's being helped. Number 22, I'm sorry. Thank you, Jamie. 22, that is Daniel Browning, and he's being helped off over to the Logan sideline. And that will end the first quarter here from Hamlin Lions Club Field. Logan leading Lincoln County 12-0. So what did we see the first half, fellas, that we can maybe correct over the next 3 quarters to get back in this ball game?
Penalties. get rid of the penalties, get rid of the negative plays. That seems to shut our offense in the foot every time. Defensively, we're going to have to contend with this spread attack. Like I said before, you see what they're doing with the no-back set. The linebackers are going to really have to flare out the flat, and our quarterbacks are going to have to get down deep safety. But trust your linebackers to cover the flats. Let them worry about that. You take the deep third.
Not only that, if you're gonna, the quarterback, I don't think he's moved off his spot all night. He's taken his 3 or 5 step drop, and he's been right there, guys. If you're gonna continue to give him that much time to survey the field, he's going to continue to pick you apart. If you're not going to put another safety over the top and play it cover 2, you're going to have to get some pressure on this guy. Run a stunt with a D-line, whatever you got to do, bring backers from the edge. You're going to have to do something, because if he's just going to stand back there all night, he's going to continue to pick you apart.
The one thing I noticed here, you're right about that, Josh. If they go to a no-back set, make an automatic blitz for the middle linebacker, just the middle linebacker, which again, let your corners in, worry about the deep, and tell your outside linebackers, when that no-back set, you're going to have to flare out wide quickly. You cover the flats.
All right, so here we are, beginning of the second quarter, first play coming up for Logan. 1st and 10 from the 10. Swing pass out to number 24. That is Brenton Vance. And Vance finds himself in the end zone after a nifty catch-up run there by the Wildcats.
Again, I think we've seen that same play, 5 times tonight? I mean, it's a wide receiver screen right now, and what they're doing is putting a lot of pressure on the cornerback. Their inside receivers doing a really good job picking up that block, and after that, it's just one-on-one football.
Right, and if you're playing that cover 2, if it gets dubs or especially a team that passes it like this, a lot of times teams will come out in a 2x2 set or dubs just to try to spread you out and run the ball, guys. That's not their intent. They throw the ball all over the field, and at some point you're going to have to go to 2 safeties over the top. That brings your corners up in press coverage, which takes that play right there out of the equation. And because you've got a corner right in his face at that point, we've got to change something up.
Well, I think you're right. I think what we're doing, you're right. We're going to have to go to more of a press coverage. That is going to be difficult because they are talented wide receivers. They really are. But you're going to have to come up on them, or they're going to keep running that play all night long. But if you can't stop it, keep running it. It's going to be real important right now. I think we've shown some ability to move the ball right here when we have moved the ball on them. Again, avoid these negative plays and get us into these 3rd down and 2s. Pick up a couple first downs, get some momentum. And still, at 18-0, you're not out of this ball game yet.
Jamie just showed me an interesting stat, fellas. You all were talking about it just a few minutes ago. 5 penalties, 30 yards, first quarter for Lincoln County. It's number 1, Tanner Price on the return for Lincoln County. Tanner's got a crease. Oh, and he is tripped up, or he was gone. Tanner Price on a beautiful return for Lincoln County on the kickoff. And again, Lincoln County's going to get nice field position here, fellas, to start this drive on about their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, and just to go back real quick, to the cover 2, put 2 safeties. Like we said earlier, obviously that takes a linebacker out of the box. It's kind of pick your poison, and it's in a tough spot, guys. We've been there on the sideline trying to stop offenses like this, and if you put that other safety and you bring that backer out, guys are just going to probably turn around and run the ball. It's kind of what would you rather try to stop? And so far we're
So here comes Jack Ashley. He's going to throw on first down, rolling to his right. He's going to get what he can. It's going to be brought back down in the backfield, though, fellas. About a 4-yard loss on first down, bring up second down at about 13 for Lincoln County. He was trying to make something happen and was rolling, and just ran out of grass.
Well, really right there, and it's a tough thing to do because I'm sure it's a design rollout, but he almost kind of overran his blocking right there. By rolling out that far, you gave the defensive lineman outside leverage at that point. So it's a tough spot to be in. But I still like to call on first down and try to mix it up a little bit. Let's keep Logan guessing on what we're going to do.
Lincoln County facing second and 13 from their own 40. Ashley takes, sends a man in motion. He's going to fake it to the man in motion. It's a dive play for Lincoln County. Going to get a few positive yardage back to the original line of scrimmage by Brian Miller. He's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. And now Lincoln County facing another third down and long situation here, Brian.
Yeah, again, not our strength to be in, but you know what? That again, I can't give enough credit. That's a good hard run right there. You know, he kept his legs pumping to pick up that 5. So I got to give him a lot of credit for still running hard and trying to make what yards you can on a play like that right there. And that 5 right there could be the difference in getting a first down or not.
Third down, and we'll call it 11 for Lincoln County. Asher's going to take roll to his right. Rolling, stops, plants the feet, fires, had a man, just over the outstretched hands of, I believe that's number 1, that's Tanner Price, and again, just over the outstretched hands, but a good-looking play, fellas.
You know, I will say this, you've always heard this said, it's a game of inches. We were an inch away from breaking that kickoff return and an inch away from picking up that first down.
So Lincoln County will now go back into punt formation. That's Tristan Roberts back to punt for Lincoln County. Roberts takes. No pressure comes to him, and he punts. High spiraling kick. And it's going to take a Panther bounce. A real nice bounce for Roberts on the punt. And that's going to blow dead inside the 20 to about the 17, where Logan will take over 1st and 10. So the Panthers did get one thing accomplished on that drive, fellas. They flipped the field.
Oh, yeah, they did. And now, Josh, let's see. This is like we've talked about before. What adjustments are you going to make right now to that play? We've seen it 5 times so far. It's been successful. And you know, they're going to try to lull us into that and maybe smoke one deep here.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. You know, that corner's going to get greedy, and he's going to come up and try to jump it. And then all of a sudden, boom, you got the slot receiver running a wheel or just straight down the field, and just like we talked about. And now right here, you see we dropped the safety back to a cover 2 look. There's a receiver down here on this side of the field that's uncovered.
Miller saw that too. He checked off at the line. He's going to throw deep down the field, and he threw in between 2 wide open, uncovered receivers. And I think the Panther Nation maybe blew that ball out of the air.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, breathe a sigh of relief because there was no one covering this kid. I mean, it was just a terrible throw because he was wide open.
Fortunately, we got some penetration into the backfield. The quarterback took a lick that time. We had some pressure on him.
Maybe that's what rushed that play because the fact that he was uncovered, I can hear the coaching staff screaming.
2nd down and 10 as Miller play fakes. He's going deep, and he's got a man wide open racing down the field. And he dropped it, and that's Zach Accord who drops that pass. And Accord reeled in 9 passes last week, folks, for 176 yards. You don't get more open than that, Jamie.
Well, I'll tell you what, I am a Boston Celtic fan, so maybe the Leprechauns kind of helping us out here all of a sudden. Things are going to fall our way.
I'll tell you right now, that right there was not bad coverage. That was just the guy's faster than you are. I mean, he was trying to run with him. He tried to run with him, and you know you're going to run into that sometimes.
That was a heck of a pass.
3rd down and 10 for Logan as they get back into their spread formation. Miller from the shotgun. He's going to take. He's going to drop, and he's going to fire. He's looking deep down the sideline again, and he overthrows everybody on that pass. Showing off a little bit of the arm strength as Miller is more than capable of hitting the deep ball. Looking for Accord again, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 10 for Logan.
You can see right there, I think what he looked and said, you know what, we're going to come right back to that play. We adjusted this time with the free safety that helped out over the top that time. The problem was the receiver on the bottom down here on this side, again, was if he turns that way, it's probably 6 if he catches it.
So Logan's going to assume punt formation here, facing a 4th and 10 at their own 17. After Lincoln County flipped the field, that's Browning takes the punt, and it's not a very good punt. That's a wobbler, and it's going to roll. But Lincoln County's going to have a 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this broadcast, Lincoln County has been given a gift right here.
Hey, we need to make them punt more often if that's what it's going to be.
Here's the scary thing. We were watching those long throws, and he went deep all 3 times. Fellas, the scary thing is, and this is maybe just me looking from the outside, and for those of you watching at home, I think he can get that anytime he wants it.
That is the scary thing right now. You know, that drive right there, I don't know if they recognize something, but wow, that was 3 plays that could have easily been 6.
And again, you have to catch the pass in order for it to be successful. And they had, a couple overthrows, and of course the one on 1st down where 2 guys were so wide open, I honestly don't think they knew what to do, Brian.
And you know what's funny about that, though? You got to give their quarterback a lot of credit because after making the throws out there, and I know he's under duress, but making really a terrible throw that was 6, maybe rushed a little quickly. but to come back and make two really, really good throws.
Well, and I'm wondering too if number 7 dropping that pass that he had in his hands and the 2 incompletes, I wonder if that's going to play on number 3. Quarterbacks, they're a funny creature.
Well, we always talked about it. As a receiver, it's really funny. I think he was so wide open that he lost focus on the ball. He may come back here in a little bit and make a one-handed grab over 2 people because he's concentrated on it. Oh, exactly right. Just the same thing that we saw there with Russ when he dropped the ball. He was running already before he caught the ball. You've heard that said so many times in so many broadcasts, but that is so true. It's so easy to lose concentration.
So 1st and 10 for Lincoln County from their own 42. Ashes will take and give it to Brian Miller. Correction.
Shane Wells, the ball carrier.
That's Shane Wells coming through for Lincoln County.
By number 13, Jeremiah Spears.
And Shane's going to pick up positive yardage. That's about 6. We'll give him 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 for Lincoln County here, Josh.
And right here, I'd like to see a play action off that, because I can't really remember any play action plays we tried really, especially running the tight end straight down that seam, get the linebackers to come up, and then just throw it right over the top of the tight end.
2nd down and 3 for Lincoln County as Ashley sends a man in motion. He's going to take, and it's a speed option, and it's blown up in the backfield, and the ball is also fumbled right after the pitch, and it looks like the Wildcats have it. Logan will take possession, and Lincoln County is giving away a nice bit of field position here for that drive. Logan will take over. I believe that's Lincoln County's 2nd turnover, fellas, of the first half.
Yeah, that really was probably, in a situation like that, Jake probably should have just kept that ball, tucked it up, because it was going nowhere. And that's such a tough thing when you run the option like that right there and that read. It's a tough read to make.
Not only that, if you're not an option team, I don't like running the option. I'm sorry. It just too many bad things can happen.
So Miller brings the Wildcat offense back out for a 1st and 10 at their own 41. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. He's going to take it, and he's going to give to Tolliver right up the middle, and then he's met right at the line of scrimmage by a host of Panther defenders. Tolliver's turned away.
It looks like we made a little adjustment here. We got Tanner Price now strictly as a lone free safety, and with his speed, that could really negate some of this passing. If he can get there and may break these up.
So Logan continues not to huddle, getting their plays called on the sideline on the fly, putting a lot of pressure and physicality on the Panther D. Miller's pass is complete to number 5. It's Matthew Cox. Cox breaks free after he stiff arms a guy and steps in through another tackle. He's going to pick up 10, 20, maybe 23 yards on that pass. It's going to be a big play and another Wildcat first down.
Again, that was a nice design play, but it should never went for that. What were the 3 missed tackles? Again, guys, just wrap up, hold on.
So Lincoln County sprinting a guy way across the field to cover someone who was uncovered momentarily, and it's going to be a quick pass over to that receiver, and it's bobbled and dropped.
Again, that was that play again, and to be honest with you, after the guy ran all the way across the field, he was probably 10 yards off the wide receiver. I know I hate to put pressure on it and keep beating that drum, but he's going to have to come up on that, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on this kid.
3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats here from the Lincoln County 35-yard line. Miller takes from the shotgun, fires a quick slant, which is caught, and then nice beat of defense by Lincoln County. Staying with the man, so the positive yardage from the catch of the pass will get him maybe a net of about a half a yard.
Stop was made by Austin Scraggs.
I'm going to give Scraggs a lot of credit on that right there because, read the play. Again, rather than come up for the big, huge hit and missing, stayed under control, made the tackle, half-yard gain.
So 3rd down and 10. We'll call it 3rd down and 10 for Logan. 2 receivers split to his left, 2 to his right. Running back on his right hip as Miller gets his play call from the sideline and from the shotgun takes. Nice long drop, setting up a screen, and that screen has been dissolved. And then Tolliver steps around the screen and drops the pass. We've got a flag on the play. Or stepped out of bounds after he caught the pass. Sorry, correction. We've got a flag on the play.
I'm going to give the defense a lot of credit. That was read beautifully. That's what caused this whole problem. It was blown up from the start.
Right there, you had the receiving back was 8 yards downfield and you had linemen down there standing right beside of them, that's an illegal lineman downfield. Was that the call? I would hope.
I'm waiting on the preliminary indication right now, but
it should be.
It looks like they're going to mark it off against Logan.
And you can have linemen downfield, guys, but the pass has to be caught behind the line of scrimmage. So that's the ruling on that.
Okay, so an eligible man downfield is the call, and that'll back him up 5. So now 3rd down and 15 for the Wildcats. 2 receivers split to his right, 2 to his left, and that's Donta Tolliver on his right hip as Miller takes from the shotgun. Miller takes a snap, drive, deep drop, fires down the middle. Caught by number 2. That's Cameron Salmons breaking free. And on the post route was wide open again for the Wildcats, and they're going to pick up a 1st down, but we've got some more dirty laundry on the play as another flag comes out.
Right there, and this is so tough when your kids haven't seen an offense like this, the linebacker right there has to get more depth. To make that quarterback have to make that tough throw, to throw over top of your head, to get in front of the safety coming over. They the quarterback did a great job of pushing to the inside. That's where your help's going to be at. But linebackers got to get more depth out of that, and it's tough to do when you're not seeing an offense like this.
I mean, again,
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wildcats.
At some point, I don't know. I mean, it may be, we don't want to do it now, but you got to have 2 safeties there in the middle of the field. I mean, against this pass half, we're stopping the run pretty well. I'd maybe take my chances on that, and if things change, maybe go back to what you're doing. But right there, if you had a safety coming up on that, guys, that's what he's reading right there. You don't give up the post on your side of the field. You take that.
Okay, so here was the call. The call was a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Logan. So the pass counts, and they're going to mark it off from the end of the play, which is a 15-yard penalty. For a minute there, I didn't know what was going on. Then I realized the referee put his hand straight up in the air, which means it was a dead ball foul. So they'll mark off the 15 from the point of the play.
It'll be 1st down.
And it will be a 1st down for Logan since the line of scrimmage, since they got the positive yardage on the pass.
I can definitely see the Logan staff over there not real happy with that. You get a positive play like this, you're knocking on the door, and then boom, 15-yard first.
Well, here's the funny thing, Brian. I was a little confused by you. The penalty was made way back at the original line of scrimmage. So here we go. Wildcats face with a 1st and 10. Miller in the shotgun. He's going to take quick pass fires over to Salmons, which is dropped.
Ryan Miller's pass intended for number 2, Cameron Salmons. Incomplete.
So Logan again, 2nd and 10 at the Panther 35. We have 6:12 left in the first half here. Logan leading Lincoln County 8-10-0, and looking to add a few more points as Miller goes in an empty backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Getting the call from Coach Mullins from the sideline.
I'd like to start here to see actually the outside linebackers go ahead and start flaring out a little bit right here. They're not going to run the ball out of this.
Miller takes the shotgun snap, nice deep drop, and he's going to be sacked. No, he's going to get it away, and the pass is going to be incomplete. So Miller had plenty of time to throw, and then the Panther defense got to him and forced the throw, and the pass falls incomplete. So now Logan has now a 3rd down and 10 from their own 35.
That was a heck of an effort from the quarterback, but I know at some point there the coach is kind of thinking, just eat that one. Just eat that one. Bad things can happen, but you know what? Showed a lot of strength right there.
3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats. From their own 35. Miller in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 to his right, 1 coming in motion. He's going to take and hand the ball off on the jet sweep to number 7. That's Zach Accord. And Zach's going to be tripped up nicely by the Panther defense. That's number 35, Brian Miller on the tackle. So Miller pulling some double duty here for the Panthers. Makes a nice individual effort on the defensive end.
I said it earlier on the Logan staff, and to be able to take that block on and make that play, I mean, that was a great effort out of Miller there. Great play.
So Logan again electing not to bring on the punt unit or possibly the field goal unit, and they're in a bit of no man's land, as we call it in the sports world. It's 4th and 10 for Logan from their own 35. 2 receivers split to the left, 2 to the right. Donta Tolliver on his left hip. Miller's going to take and fire deep pass. Defender is there, but the pass is caught anyway for a Wildcat touchdown. That's Zach Accord again, and fellas, it looks like Accord and Miller picking up right where they left off last week.
You know, I'm going to give him credit. That was a beautiful throw. It really was pretty good coverage. I mean, but he dropped that in the one spot that he needed to drop it on.
And again, it results in a 35-yard touchdown for the Wildcats.
Also, I'll give the receiver a little bit of credit right there. He kept his eye on the ball. You know, wasn't worried about the defender. Great catch.
So now the Wildcats have a comfortable 24-point lead, 24-0 here in the second quarter, as Miller empties the backfield here for the two-point conversion attempt. Take quick pass fires, and it is caught.
Ryan Miller's pass complete to number 7, Zachary Accord.
That's Zachary Accord again, and these two are hooking up left and right, fellas. And again, with those hookups, the Wildcats are now comfortably ahead, 26-0, with 5:46 left here in the first half. Lincoln County's still not out of it. A lot of football left to be played.
Well, you know, we talked about it in the pregame here. This offense, we knew what to expect. You know, I've been a little surprised at the fact that they haven't ran the ball at all. They haven't even really had any success on the ground, and kind of just really abandoned the run game. And what we've got to do is make these adjustments. Again, it's big plays that's killed us. Big play after big play after big play. And you know what? Again, that play right there wasn't bad coverage. It was a great throw and a good catch. So, you know, I can't really fault the defense on that one. I mean, he made the play.
Let me holler at Josh here for a second. Josh, I know, 26-0 seems a bit undaunting, but if the Panthers can take this down and score before the half, are they still in it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you get the ball back to start the second half and make some adjustments. You know, they've hurt us through the air tonight. All their big plays have came through the air on long touchdowns.
Tanner Price has a seam up the sideline, and there comes another flag for that'll be against Logan. That'll be a late hit against Price as he was well out of bounds and then hit by the Wildcats. So that'll be a free 15 yards for Lincoln County, and they'll be setting up shop after this is marked off, fellas, on the other side of the 50.
Just going back to the touchdown pass there. You know, you saw the safety coming over the top, and he was just a few yards away. You know, it'd be nice to have a safety on that side of the field, obviously. I know I mentioned it a couple times, and that's not to say that maybe the pass still isn't complete, but he could maybe get there to make a play on the ball, just bat it down. It was fourth down. You're in a better position to try to prevent the deep passing plays, which is what they've hurt us with all night.
Right.
And by doing that, you press those corners up because they have safety help deep them. So, you know, your outside backers can play more aggressive, your safeties can play more aggressive, your corners can be more aggressive. And it just, they've really killed us through the air tonight, guys. They haven't ran down our throats, and maybe that's a surprise. I don't know. But from what we've seen, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments we do make to start the second half.
Well, I just got a stat from the czar of the stat sheet. That would be Mr. Jamie Jones. Miller is 13 of 22 passing tonight so far, Josh. That's number 11, Austin Scraggs, on the carry for Lincoln County. Brian, what did you see on that play?
You know, I'm going to say something about this Browning kid, number 60 at middle linebacker. This is a good-looking kid for him. I just noticed in the last kickoff return there, he got up holding his shoulder, looked like he had a stinger. I'm not coming out of the ball game. Yeah, that's a football player right there. He's a good-looking kid at middle linebacker, and he's done a pretty good job tonight.
I'll tell you what, that's a pretty interesting combination. You know, you're talking about number 60, Browning being the middle linebacker. He's also the kicker.
Yeah, exactly.
That's athlete. Yeah, absolutely. So Ashley and the Panthers have a second down and 5. Another busted play for Ashley, and he is knifed down very nicely by number 21. That is Kenneth Browning.
I'm not for sure what play, but that 4 times tonight that we seem to have had some miscommunication on that play right there. 4 times tonight we've ran that. Kenneth and Jamie telling us that. And again, you take that first down, it's a nice play. We had a little momentum, and then a play like this right here put us back in 3rd and long where we're not comfortable at all.
Right. And again, we hit on it a little bit in the pregame too, Brian. You know, that second down play is over. Okay, we've got a 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 9. It's manageable. It's not great, granted, but it's manageable. And they need to focus right here and pick up this first down as the penalty flag comes out. So let's wait and see what the call is. Delay a game against Lincoln County. Did not get the snap off before the 25-second clock ran out. So now we've got a 3rd down and even a little bit longer, Brian. 3rd down and 14 from their own. We'll call it the 44. 4 minutes and change left here in the first half. Ashley takes, rolls to his left and fires. He's got an open man, and he just overshoots Corey Rusk there on the pass.
And all his passes tonight, they've been high, it looks like, from what I can remember. To me, that's adrenaline. A lot of times you'll see that. I know we experienced it a lot with Tyler Browning on fields that had a real big crown in them that we weren't used to playing on. This field, that's definitely not the case. But it's probably just adrenaline maybe. You see the guy running open. And we haven't passed it a whole lot, but he's thrown a couple of nice balls, but he's been high on some.
It looked like Rusk had some room there too, Josh, if he'd hauled that in to turn it up the sideline for a few more yards. It's now 4th down and 14 for the Panthers. Ashley splits out, 2 receivers to his right. Pass is caught and pulled in nicely.
Well, that was a play right there, trying to give Logan maybe a little bit of its own medicine right there, because that was that wide receiver screen. I think he let him just a little too far, so it was a great play.
That was Nate Spencer on the
pretty good run out.
Nate Spencer on the grab for Lincoln County. I believe if it would have been in a little bit closer and not having to stretch so much, he may have been able to maneuver a little bit closer to the sticks on that. So regardless of that, Lincoln County does not pick up enough yardage on the pass. And now Logan has the ball back, 1st and 10, with a 26-0 lead, and about 3:54 left here in the first half. So plenty of time for Logan and that high-octane offense to get revved up and go right back down the field, unless the Panther defense has something to say about that. Miller in the shotgun, 2 receivers split to his right, 2 to his left, and Dalton Tolliver on his left hip, who he will take and give to Tolliver right up the middle, and Tolliver's going to pick up positive yardage for the Wildcats. We'll give him 4 yards. And that will bring up a 2nd down and 6 for Logan at their own 40.
I've been really impressed with our run defense. I mean, like you said last week, here was a kid who was averaging about 9 yards a carry last week.
Yeah.
And really, he's been a non-factor this whole first half.
We know the Wildcats like to go to the air, and with a receiver like Zach Accord at your disposal, why not? So Miller stays in the shotgun. Puts Tolliver on his left hip. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. It's going to be a quick pass over here to number 2. That's Salmons, and he's going to lose a yard, possibly 2, after a nice defensive play by Scraggs and the Lincoln County defense.
Again, you know what Scraggs did right there? He did exactly what he should do. You notice he broke down. He didn't go for the big hit. He broke down. If the guy wouldn't have slipped, he still would go down right there.
So Logan facing a 3rd down and 7. Miller takes from the shotgun, rolls to his left, fires back across his body, and has a target. That's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Again, that play right there, just complete miscommunication. They did a little crossing right there where the 2 receivers crossed, and both guys went to outside receiver right there.
Made by Nate Spencer.
Pass was complete to Brenton Vance, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down for Logan.
Panther 45.
They're at the Panther 45, clock rolling, a little over 2 minutes to go here in the first half, and Logan coming back down the field. Quick pass out to Accord from Miller, and Accord breaks a tackle, and again another tackle, and he's going to have enough yardage for another Wildcat 1st down.
We always talk about the guy yards after catch, and Logan receivers, I'm going to give them a lot of credit. They're maybe not the biggest, but they seem to be really powerful as they're breaking tackles.
1st down Wildcats.
So here comes Logan again. No huddle. 2 receivers split to his right. 2 receivers split to his left. That's Miller in the shotgun, number 3 for Logan. Dalton Tolliver on his left hip. Miller's going to take, fire over to number 5. A little bit low and mishandled, so it's an incomplete pass for the Wildcats, and they now will face a 2nd down and 10. Looks like they're going to the air this drive, Brian.
Well, I would like to see in that play right here, I'd like to see our inside cover come up a little quicker. I mean, go ahead. You're playing right now. It looks like he's almost 8 yards off the ball. Go ahead and cheat up a little bit.
2nd down and 10 for Logan. As Miller takes the shotgun snap, he's going to take, looking, firing. He's got a man open over in the right corner, and it's bobbled and dropped again.
Again, that looked like another miscommunication. It looks like the corner had him covered, and for some odd reason decided to come up. I guess he thought maybe they're going to throw come out of the backfield, but really, you've got to stay with that.
I'm trying to tell if we're playing a zone, if the corner is supposed to go with a deep guy, or if we're playing a man-to-man. Honestly, I can't tell, and I don't know if our defense knows what they're playing out there.
Okay, so a 3rd down and 10 for Logan as Miller takes the shotgun snap. Receivers running free. Looking down the deep left sideline, and the pass is incomplete as the defense was step for step there that time, Brian.
Yeah, but we had a late substitution. Guy didn't get off the field, so
Incomplete.
that was a free play for him. I don't blame him for throwing it up right there. He saw the flag, knew it was against us. Hey, I got a free play. I'm going to take a shot.
Absolutely. So that will give Logan 5 yards. It's Corey Rusk on the defense there for Lincoln County.
No
Now they're going to
flag.
pick up the flag, so no flag.
Evidently, we had 11 on the field because I thought for sure because we were motioning for our tackle to get off the field. So, again, still some confusion on our part there, it seemed like.
So 4th down and 10 here for the Wildcats on the Lincoln County side of the field from the 31. Miller in a more traditional set gets under center with an I formation behind him. Play action pass for Miller. Miller's going to take and fire deep down the field, and it's going to be nicely broken up by the Lincoln County secondary.
For number 7, Zachary.
That's Corey Rusk back there on the defense, and he got in between the ball and the man and broke that pass up nicely, Brian.
Again, that was great coverage, a great play. I was really interested in the quarterback right there. I thought for sure he was going to go ahead and chuck that for the first down, but you know what? He has a lot of faith in his receivers right now. The guy was one-on-one. He's in that situation, he's open.
Well, I think Lincoln County's finally realized, hey, they're going to chuck this thing in the air. That's 2 back-to-back deflections by number 3. So maybe we're catching on.
Give Rusk a lot of credit there. That was a great play.
So Lincoln County takes over after holding Logan on a 4th down, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. That's number 11, Austin Scraggs, on the carry as he sweeps to his right. Scraggs will pick up positive yardage, 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry before he's brought down by the Logan defense. So Scraggs seeing a lot of action here this week in the backfield for Lincoln County, and he's had some pretty nice runs, Brian.
Spears. Gain of 3, 2nd down.
3 yards for Scraggs, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 for Lincoln County. 1 minute and 23 seconds on a rolling clock here in the first half. Logan leading the Panthers 26-0 here at the Hamlin Lions Club Field as Ashley takes from the pistol formation. And penalty flags fly again. False start against Lincoln County. That will back them up 5 yards. Now Lincoln County facing a 2nd down and 12.
Again, looked like the left guard just moved a little bit. I mean, I didn't really jump off. It was more of a movement, but you can't do that.
So Lincoln County comes out, 2nd down and 12. Ashley takes and gives to Brian Miller. Brian Miller sweeping to his right, and he's going to pick up positive yardage to about the 35-yard line. Correction, Shane Wells on the carry for Lincoln County.
Stop was made by number 46, Nathan Smith. 3rd down.
So Wells with a nice bit of running for Lincoln County, and it sets up a 3rd down and a more manageable 6 yards for the 1st down.
You know, Wells is sophomore. You know, I mean, again, good-looking run right there, good-looking kid. You know, a lot of potential in the future coming from that.
Ashley has 2 receivers split to his left, one to his right, running back right behind him. Ashley's going to take a quick pass over, which is caught. I do believe that is number 3. That's Corey Rusk. Ashley fires to Rusk. It's going to be just shy of the 1st down. It's going to be a 4th down and 1 for Lincoln County. As we come down here at 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds left here in the first half. And I think Coach Christian is going to elect not to run another play and let this clock run out here in the first half of play. And the horn sounds here from Hamlin Lions Club Field. The Wildcats have shown a bit of their prowess and a bit of their speed and have showed a bit of their spread attack as Miller has hooked up with the cord for 2 touchdowns. And he's hooked up with Brenton Vance for another score. So Miller has 3 passing touchdowns here in the first half. Lincoln County has moved the ball at times and then again shot themselves in the foot here in the first half. Logan leads Lincoln County 26-0 here at Hamlin Lions Club Field. We'll be back after halftime with more of our broadcast between Lincoln County and Logan. This broadcast on the Panther Sports Network brought to you by Armstrong and the Lincoln Journal.
under the direction of Kimberly Cook, the pride of Lincoln County, the Panther Marching Band. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Panther Band would like to pay their respects to those who lost their lives on September 11th, 2001, their families and the first responders, by honoring America by performing God Bless the USA.
Back here at Hamlin Lions Club Field, and we're getting ready to start the second half here momentarily as the teams are out and warming up. So, Josh, I was talking to our wizard of the stat sheet here, Jamie Jones, and he says Logan, is having an off night, completing 12 of 29 passes, but those 12 passes, Josh, went for 211 yards in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. That's what they've done tonight. That's what they do. They go fast, they play fast, they take it down the field, they throw it down the field, they throw the underneath stuff to make your defense run sideline to sideline, and boom, over the top. And they do it very well. The quarterback puts the ball in the money. They've had a couple of drops, and the chili cheese fries are pretty amazing down at the concession stand. I'm just going to tell you.
Well, I've noticed that I do believe that is one of the youngsters there of your clan, and he hasn't said a word since he sat down with the cheese fries.
Nolan, he did let me get one without, he tried to bite my finger off, but I got it to my mouth before he could take it off, so that was good.
Here's some interesting numbers, Josh. I don't know if maybe interesting or eye-popping or however you want to look at it. Logan, 211 passing, 56 rushing for the first half. Lincoln County, 44 rushing, 9 passing. That is a grand total of 53 yards of offense for a half.
Yeah, that's not going to get the job done, guys. I mean, when it's 10 yards to get a first down, you can kind of do the math there, and there hasn't been a whole lot of first downs. I think maybe one or maybe two at the most. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments the Panthers make here in the secondary, if any. We talked about that, but it's a good test for the young kids. This is a team that throws it around a lot, and you don't get to practice that a lot. This kind of speed against this kind of speed and efficiency, on a practice field. So the experience is invaluable. They just got to learn from it, as young kids and get better. And there's been a lot of good things. The kids were there in position to come down with the ball, knock the ball down, make a play on it. But then there's been some times where there was obvious miscommunication.
Right.
Linebacker in the corner, covered going after the same guy, and some drops. But you just got to keep fighting, and hopefully a good second half here.
Well, hopefully we can start the second half off on a positive note, Josh. We are going to receive the second half kickoff. Granted, trailing Logan 26-0. And we've had 7 penalties for 40 yards in the first half. Doesn't sound like a lot. Logan's had 5 penalties for 55 yards, so the penalties kind of balance themselves out. But on the flip side of that, Logan has overcome those penalties and still been able to move the football, while ours have really just killed our drives.
Yeah, and look at their offense. If they're at 2nd and 15, it's not a huge ordeal because they're averaging 17 yards a pass play, guys. If it's 2nd and 17, then you call a 17-yard pass play, pick up the first down, and go on. Maybe you score. I don't know, but man, I'll tell you what, that Wayne Point Pleasant's game's got to be a dandy tonight.
What you got a score there from Metro News?
At
there,
halftime, we got number 7 Point Pleasant AAA up 10-7 at Wayne. Playing Wayne is, of course, number 1 in AA.
I'll tell you,
that's
Josh,
a battle.
I'll tell you what, if it's close in the fourth quarter, I believe I would take the Pioneers. And here's a nice opening play in the second half for Lincoln County. Pounding his way through, that's DJ Derrickson picking up about 14 yards on first down, and that's a nice start to the second half.
That's a nice start. Like we talked in the first half, right there, he planted his foot in the ground. I'm sure that's something the coaches probably mentioned to him. He made one cut, get upfield.
So the Panthers picked up their first down on their first play of the second half, showing a little bit of promise here. 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Jake Ashley takes, and he's going to give to Austin Scraggs. Austin Scraggs finds a crease. Scraggs, and he's tripped up beyond the 40-yard line, and he's going to be dropped down at about the 36-yard line of Logan after picking up nice yardage, almost 20 yards on the carry.
And 2 of them back-to-back right there. People, that's nice 2 runs right there. And come out of halftime, you're down 26-0. I gotta like the energy they're coming out with here.
That's right. They're not going to lay down. They're bound and determined to get that ball in the end zone. So on back-to-back plays here in the second half, the Panthers have 2 first downs. Jake Ashley facing a 1st and 10 with the Panther offense at the Logan 36-yard line. Gives to the first man through. That's Shane Wells digging and churning and picking up positive yardage for the Panthers. Looks 4 yards, maybe 5 yards on the carry, bringing up a 2nd down and 5.
And a nice hold at the point of attack right there. That was some good blocking. It was a beautiful hold for him to hit. Again, positive yardage.
And as a fan and as a commentator and as a coach, you think, where in the heck has this been all night? Really, where has this been? Now, the offensive line has done a good job. Logan, when you're up 26-0, you may be thinking about Burger King after the game or who knows, but we look pretty good right now to start the second half.
That's Austin Scraggs again on a little crackback play. He's going to pick up a yard, maybe a yard and a half on the carry. He's going to bring up a 3rd down and a very manageable 4 yards here for Lincoln County. 3rd down and 4 from the Logan 30.
I give the linebackers for Logan a lot of credit right there. Way to stay at home, because it easily, with the way Float was going on that counter play right there, could have easily overran that play. But they stayed home, stayed disciplined. Shows you're a well-coached ball team when you can do that.
So here come the Panthers facing their first 3rd down conversion attempt of the second half. Ashley's going to take and give to the first man through. That's 36, Shane Wells. And Shane's going to be bottled up after picking up maybe a half yard or basically back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. And again, 4th down and 4 coming up for Lincoln County.
Big 77 in there, nose, just swallowed him up right there. Just grab the jersey. You got to get a body. And if you run that dive play, you got to hit it, and you got to hit it right now before that big boy gets in the back.
That's Nick Turner again for Logan, 6'1", 245. He's a senior for the Wildcats, and we've got a timeout on the field. Timeout called by Lincoln County.
I got to be surprised at 6'1", 245. He looks more like about 260 to me. How about you, Josh?
Yeah, he definitely does, and I like the timeout right here, guys. Chances are, Lincoln County's probably not going to come back and win this ball game. But you want to do the little things right here, guys. You want to get a first down. If you have any chance at all, you got to go down and get a score right here.
Sure.
Anything can happen. It's a sloppy field. There's been a couple where we got in a couple of turnovers already, at least one down here on the fumble, the bad play. There's been some slips. There's been a couple of balls on the ground. But right here, this is a crucial 4th and 3. You know, you need your best play. You got to talk to your hogs up front. They got to do what we need to do. Pick up the first down here, and get a positive play, and get in the end zone.
I tell you what, I'm going to have to disagree with you, Coach. If the county can punch us in, we're going to win tonight. I'm going to tell you right now. If we punch this in, we're going to come out, we're going to smack Logan right in the mouth, and we're going to win this game. I'm going to tell you right now.
I love the confidence coming from Jamie right there. I tell you what, Josh, you're right, though, because I tell you right now is when you want to challenge these kids. You know, like I said, we got a young team right now, and this is when you want to challenge these guys. So, guys, somebody step up and make a play right here. Let's make a play right here.
All right, so a very critical 4th down and 4 from just outside the 30-yard line of Logan. 3 receivers split to his left, and it's another bad snap over Ashley's head. He secures the ball, and again, the drive stalls for Lincoln County after the bad snap on 4th down.
It seems like, and I saw this last week, that same play on these crucial 3rd down, 4th down plays. We did it tonight down here on this end down here another way. A bad snap like that right there. I don't know if it's just a little bit of excitement out of all the players, a little bit of lack of concentration, but again, you're not even giving yourself an opportunity to make that play.
Well, the wizard of the stat sheet is very disappointed in that last play, ladies and gentlemen, and I have to kind of agree with him. So here comes Logan in the high-octane offense of the Wildcats as Miller takes from the shotgun and fires a quick pass over to number 3. Over to number 7, Zach Accord again.
Ryan Miller's pass, complete to number 7.
The ball is complete for about a 6-yard pickup.
Was made by number 11, Austin Scraggs.
So Logan doing right where they left off, Brian, you know, moving the ball, bits and pieces. And it looks like they're going to up the tempo here a little bit as they're not going to huddle. Wildcats trying to get in as many offensive plays, seeing how fast they can go. And that pass is complete to number 5. That's Matthew Cox. Cox breaks a tackle, makes a move, and picks up enough yardage for a Logan first down.
You know, we've talked about it from this offense is kind of like I know it's a spread, but it's the same I guess, scheme as a wishbone offense. It's man-on-man football. They're going out there and throwing it one-on-one. Get your playmakers against their playmakers one-on-one, and let's make something happen.
So 2 receivers split left, 2 receivers right. He's going to take and give it to Donta Tolliver right up the middle on a nice little draw play. And Tolliver picks up positive yardage for the Wildcats, give him 4 on the carry. And
Ryan, I mean, you talked about it in the first half there, but the run defense has been very solid tonight for the Panthers. We just tighten up that pass defense here and be pretty good.
Miller facing a 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats as he's in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. He's going to take and flare the pass out to number 24. That is Brenton Vance. Brenton Vance catches the pass, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, it looks like they've been coached up a little bit because I'll be honest with you, that's the best we've covered that pass all night tonight.
Because usually after they've caught that pass, or at least in the first half, they've broken free. And like you were talking about earlier, Brian, yards after catch so critical for Logan's offense.
Yeah, we're going to look for something. Be careful now because they maybe throwing something deep here.
3rd down and 5 for Miller as he takes a nice long deep drop, and he's got a man wide open on the post play. That's number 2. That's Cameron Salmon sprinting into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown. 40 yards on the play, fellas, just like that. Logan's back in the end zone.
And again, a free safety out there hesitated for just a moment. That's all it took. And he was coming up on that, but that little bit of indecision is what caused him to be open on that play.
So Cameron Salmon's on the receiving end of a Miller touchdown pass, and that's number 4 for Ryan Miller tonight, fellas. And we have just over 7 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Logan getting ready to attempt their extra point try. It's Jonathan Browning, the kicker, awaiting the snap. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. And the kick is through the uprights, and it's good for Logan. So the Wildcats now have built a 33-0 lead here at Hamlin Lions Club Field. With 7:32 left in the 3rd quarter. Logan up big on the Panthers, Brian.
Yeah, and you go back here to that 4th down play. If we could have maybe found a way to not have a bad snap and pick that up, and maybe could have punched this in, and all of a sudden you're looking at a 26-6 ball game, and then just like this, boom, it's 33. Like I said, when we say quick strike, as you can see on the film here, they are a quick strike offense.
Talking about quick strike offense, I've just been handed a note from our wizard of the stat sheet, Mr. Jones. Miller on that last drive, fellas, 4 for 4, 52 yards, and his 4th touchdown of the night. Impressive numbers for anybody.
We knew coming into the game we were going to have to deal with that. That's a good football player right there. He's a really good quarterback. He's actually missing some throws tonight, to be honest with you. So those stats look impressive, but they really could have been a little better.
Jacob Browning approaches the ball and kicks off to the Panthers. And that ball is fielded at about the 15-yard line. Nice return for Tanner Price and the Panthers. And the Panthers will have the ball 1st and 10 as the offense comes out onto the field for Lincoln County.
First down for the Panthers on their own 33.
Ball is on their 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for Lincoln County, facing a 33-0 deficit right now here in the 3rd quarter at Hamlin Lions Club Field. Jake Ashley, sophomore quarterback for the Panthers, brings the troops up. One receiver split to his left, that's Tanner Price. Going to take and give to the first man through, that's Shane Wells. Wells digging, picking up positive yardage for Lincoln County. He's going to have about 3 yards on the carry. Bring up 2nd down and 7 for Lincoln County.
Tackle by number 42, Damian
He's
White.
brought down to number 42, Damian White for Logan. And Ashley comes in with the play for their next offensive play for scrimmage. 2nd down and 7 for the Panthers at their own 35. It's number 11, Austin Scraggs, breaking free. Positive yardage, picking up a 1st down for Lincoln County after a nice bit of running through some traffic there, Brian.
Oh, that was a really nice run out of Scraggs right there, which we've seen that some in the first half here out of him. That was he's just going to continue to get better and improve, but made some good cuts. Again, kept going forward, feet churning.
So another Lincoln County 1st down. I believe it's their 3rd here of the 2nd half. And Lincoln County showing some promise here on this drive, facing a 1st and 10 from their own 46. Over 6 minutes to go on a rolling clock here in the 3rd quarter from Hamlin Lions Club Field. Ashley takes and gives to DJ Jerrickson, who cuts back inside and gets back to the line of scrimmage before he's swarmed under by a host of Wildcats. 2nd down and 10 upcoming for Lincoln County.
I saw a big 7-7 in the backfield again tonight. We've seen him a lot in the backfield tonight.
Nick Turner is wrecking havoc in the backfield of the Lincoln County Panthers, that's for sure. Second down and 10 for Lincoln County from their own 46. Corey Rusk splits wide to the left. Ashley takes the snap. It's a little inside reverse to Austin Scraggs. Scraggs cuts it back inside. He's going to have positive yardage for Lincoln County after a nice gain. A little quick hitting play there for Scraggs. He's going to pick up about 6 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Lincoln County.
Again, 3rd and 3 manageable, though. 3rd and 3 is manageable right now. Now we just need to avoid a mistake, a penalty, a bad snap, This right here is where I think we'll get better as we get a little more experience and grow. And these kids just make a play right here.
Right. Okay, so Corey Rusk is split wide to the left on the bottom of your screen. Ashley takes, gives to the first man in motion. It's Austin Scraggs. He's tripped up in the backfield right at about the 50-yard line. He's going to lose about 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 5 from just outside of midfield. We'll call it the Logan 49.
Looked like a missed blocking assignment there. I mean, again, we've seen that play tonight be quite successful. And he tried to make the good cut right there, in a slick field. It's going to be tough keeping your footing on a play like that, but I think we still should have had maybe a little bit better blocking because that guy came untouched.
Okay, so big 4th down here for Lincoln County's offense if they want to keep this drive alive. Ashley takes, fakes to Scraggs in the onside screen, plants his feet, fires it over the middle, and he's got a man breaking free, running free. Lincoln County, touchdown Panthers!
That was a great play right there. What a great play design. You've ran that play. You've ran that
Jake Ashley's pass is complete to number 13. That's Nate Spencer on the receiving end of a beautiful 46-yard touchdown. Pass, catch, and carry in for 6 points. Lincoln County's not dead yet, Josh.
No, and we talked about in the first half, that play action right there. That was set up off the run. You ran that play action over and over and over right there. You made a great play fake. Receiver was wide open. Actually had 2 receivers wide open down the field. Quarterback put it right on the money. Touchdown.
All right. So Tristan Roberts on to attempt the extra point kick for Lincoln County. Snap. Kick is blocked. So the kick is no good by Roberts as the Wildcat defense pushed through and blocked down the kick. But nonetheless, Lincoln County's on the board.
We did notice something
With
on that
4:46 left in the third. It's 33-6.
Looks like the officials kind of missed that one as the Logan player went airborne on that play right there over the pile. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. That's illegal.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
Okay, so some scores from around the web here as Brian has his Metro News app. And right now, number 10, Scott, who was Lincoln County's opponent last week, is ahead of Chapmanville, 25-8 in the third quarter. Midday Central, number 8, is tied 14-14 with number 7, Sissonville. And we're looking for some other games here, and it looks like Point Pleasant has jumped ahead of Wayne in the third quarter. Number 7, Point Pleasant leading number 1, Wayne in AA, 20-7.
Is Zachary Accord.
Looking at some other scores of interest. Greenbrier East all over Shady Spring, 41-20. Tristan Roberts kicks off. It's a bouncer, and it's fielded by Logan's number 24. That is Brenton Vance. Brenton Vance already has 1 touchdown tonight. He gets a nice return on the kickoff and sets up Logan. 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Right there, if you're not going to kick the ball down to the 5 or put it in the end zone, I would just assume squib kick it like that because you never know if it's going to bounce off one of those up guys. You know, it may bounce right back to you, and then it's your ball all of a sudden.
Looks like Huntington High is back after their upset loss at Spring Valley last week. They're leading Woodrow Wilson 34-13 in the third quarter. And South Charleston, number 3 in AAA, leading Spring Valley 31-6 in the third quarter. Ryan Miller fires a quick flare-out pass, which hits the ground and is dropped by his intended receiver. So Logan is 2nd down and 10.
Ryan Miller's pass intended for number 7.
Coming up for the Wildcats.
Incomplete. 2nd down.
Number 1 Martinsburg ahead of State College, Pennsylvania. That is not Penn State, folks. That is State College High School of Pennsylvania. But they are leading 27-21. So Miller facing a 2nd down and 10 from his shotgun. Drop back straight, fires over to the right sideline. And he's met by a host of Lincoln County defenders. So no yards after that catch, Brian. Defense held their ground.
Number 5, Matthew Cobb.
Yeah, and that was what missing in the first half right there. You know, I mean, it was a nice little game, but in the first half, that play right there was going for 25.
So we're 3rd down and 5 for the Logan offense. Miller, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. The Panthers jump into the neutral zone. Did a man flinch for Logan? I don't think so. This penalty might be on Lincoln County, and it could very well give the Wildcats a 1st down. Offsides against the Panthers. Be a 5-yard penalty, and we'll see where they spot it after the mark-off. It could be enough for a Wildcat 1st down.
Results in a 1st down.
It is a 1st down for Logan, and the chains will move again.
Looked like some pretty large steps he was taking there.
So 1st and 10 for Logan here in the third quarter on a rolling clock. Just over 4 minutes to go. Logan trying to answer the Lincoln County score. They lead the Panthers 33-6. Miller's going to take it, fire. And that pass is broken up nicely by the Panther defense. He knelt down to catch the pass, and the defense from Lincoln County came right in and knocked the ball away as he hit him.
As long as Logan's going to keep throwing this 5-yard routes, you know, and in my opinion, they're doing us a favor by doing that, guys. Because we're trying to keep everything in front of us here.
Right.
Coming up, make the tackle, we're playing off of them. So they, as far as I'm concerned, I hope they keep doing that.
Miller not so sharp on this drive as he was the last drive. He's going to take a roll to his left, evading the pressure, rolling. He's going to be sacked, dropped in the backfield by the Lincoln County defense.
Number 51.
That's Alex Bruce for Lincoln County, a junior, 5'10", 215 pounds, knifing in nicely from the spot and bringing down Miller. I believe that's the first time we've sacked Miller tonight, Brian.
I tell you one thing, I saw a little adjustment here, especially the wide side of the field. We went and split our outside linebacker out a little bit to help cover the flats on that, which is going to help maybe offset that one play, that wide receiver screen they keep running. 3rd down and 18 for Logan. Miller takes. He's going to take a nice deep drop back. He's looking, fires it short, and the pass is caught. That's 24, Brenton Vance breaking free and takes a nice shot from the Lincoln County defense.
And he's going to get back to about the 46 of Lincoln County. Penalty flags on the play. They were thrown back in the offensive backfield. Should be a holding call, and it is. And it is declined, which will bring up 4th down for Logan.
Penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 10 from the Lincoln County 40. We'll call it the 46-yard line. Miller's in the shotgun. 2 receivers split to his right. 2 receivers split to his left. Donta Tolliver, the running back, on his left hip. And the Panthers jump again off sides on the hard count by Miller.
Right there. I mean, that's just good discipline right there by the offensive line. Because evidently the snap count was either on 3 or everybody was looking at the ball, and it was on whenever the center's count pretty much. And right there, just going back to the play, we declined the penalty there, holding, and rather than taking it like about a 3rd and 30, we opted for the 4th and 10. Now it's 4th and 4, whatever. So it'll be interesting to see. That's a tough call.
So 4th down and 4 for Logan as Miller takes from the shotgun. And he's going to fire towards the sticks. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Miller's pass complete to number 7.
Again, how much does that penalty hurt now? We talked about it earlier as maybe the penalty yards might seem more level, but it seems like ours coming on 3rd down, 4th down, at the worst possible times you can take that penalty.
Plays right into Logan's hand, sets him up for more manageable yardage to get. I mean, you saw, a little 7-yard out there to the sideline, 1st down Logan. So here comes Miller bringing up his offense. 2 receivers split way far to the right. Running back Donta Tolliver on his left hip. 2 receivers split to the left. Miller takes, looking, and he's flushed from the pocket, and he escapes a tackle, and then he's brought down by number 54. That is Dakota Smith on the tackle for Lincoln County.
Real good coverage downfield right there. He just had nowhere to go to, He made a right play. Don't wait too long, try to hold it to make that play. Just tuck it up and get what you can get out of it.
Correction on that tackle. That was number 44, That was DJ Derrickson on the stop. So Miller's going to go empty backfield this time. 5 receivers, 3 to his right, 2 to his left. Facing a 2nd down and 5. He's going to fire a quick pass over to Tolliver. Tolliver getting ahead of his blockers before he's brought down. He's going to pick up positive yardage for the Wildcats. It's going to be close to another 1st down. Referee signals 1st down, so Logan moving the chains again, and it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
And I think Kevin's that plays behind the line of scrimmage because that's flirting really quick with the pick play right there almost as our guy.
Miller takes and fires a quick out again to number 4. It's Devin Hensley.
Ryan Miller's pass complete to number 24.
24. That's Brenton Vance on the reception.
Brenton Vance, stop was made by Dustin Cooper.
It's going to be about 5 yards on the pickup. 2nd down and 5 for Logan from the Panther 20. Miller looks over to Coach Mullins, gets the signal he likes, and calls the play from the line. 2 receivers split right, 2 left. Donta Tolliver on his left hip. Miller takes, fires, looking for a man. He's got a man. He's brought down immediately by the Panther defense. After a nice catch and carry, that's number 5. That's Matthew Cox on the reception. Logan moving the ball in nickel and diamond a little bit here, Brian.
I don't know if the defender fell down, but definitely right there on that play. What a great play he made because he was blocking before the guy caught the ball. Definitely should have been, I thought, some offensive pass interference right there.
Exactly. And no flags will come. And now Logan with a 1st and 10 from the 15 of Lincoln County. 2 receivers split left, 2 receivers split right. Lincoln County's going to blitz. And I think they got maybe had Logan jump. And we'll wait and see what the call is.
It looks like the outside slot receiver left just a bit too early.
So it'll be a false start against the Wildcats, and that will back them up 5 yards back to the 20. And it's still a 1st down, but it's a 1st and 15 now for Logan. So Ryan Miller, quarterback, has looked pretty sharp this 2nd half. And Lincoln County shows blitz, and the blitz comes. Miller looking for a target. Wide open, that's number 1, Chester Bradshaw on the catch. And he's down close to the goal line. We'll call it the 1-yard line. And Logan now has a 1st and goal, Brian, from the 1. And that Bradshaw was open on the post play.
Again, not bad coverage. The free safety really took a bad angle right there as he came in behind that. He really wanted to try to come in front of that.
So first and goal for the Wildcats from the Lincoln County 1. They're still in the spread formation. Miller takes from the snap. That pass is broken up by number 3, Corey Raskell. Corey Raskell's been a busy man back there in the secondary tonight, fellas.
Yeah, we've called his name quite a bit tonight. That was a nice play to come up on that and just get a hand on it.
I think that pass was intended for number 7. I don't know why he ducked.
Second down.
But I think all he had to do was catch it and reach it across the goal line.
Okay, so Logan now faces a second down and goal from the 1. Spread formation, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, and Dante Tolliver on the right hip of Ryan Miller. Miller's going to take, roll to his left, roll to his left. He's going to run. He's going to push himself into the end zone, and he's going to score from a yard away. So Logan adds another touchdown as the third quarter horn sounds, ending the quarter. And Logan is now up 39-0 with the extra point ensuing. Correction, 39-6. Thank you, Brian. Forgot about that.
That's why I'm here for.
Well, for some reason, no, I'm not trying to short us at all. I apologize for that, folks. But from my vantage point, I have a beautiful view of half of the scoreboard and 2 telephone poles. So the snap, the kick is up, and the kick is good. It just squeezes through the right upright. And that makes the kick good for Browning. And Logan now has not retaken the lead, but added to their lead, 40-6. And we've got the fourth quarter getting ready to start here from Hamlin Lions Club Field.
But I will say that I saw a difference on the defensive side of the ball that time. You know, in the first half where they were just gashing us for big play after big play after big play, they actually did have to drive that series right there. So it was a lot better tackling in the second half, a lot of improved tackling, especially in the open field. So it's something positive to take that they have made some adjustments. You know, they've coached them up a little bit and said, just break down and make the tackle. And it's so hard, and especially in high school football, if you can make teams drive that 10, 15 plays without a mistake, without a negative play, it's very difficult to do. And I give Logan a lot of credit there. They stayed disciplined. They did have a couple mistakes there, but recovered from those mistakes. But again, the fact that we made them take numerous plays, if you keep them doing that right there, there's more likely they're going to make a mistake and have a negative play.
Mm-hmm. So Lincoln County just needs to refocus and come back out and put another one in the end zone here on this next drive after the kickoff from Logan.
Well, we're playing a lot better pass defense too. Rusk has got his hands on 3 passes, broken those up. Notice Cooper, a couple other kids are out there. They're trying to make the play. They're covering a little bit better than we were in the first half.
Oh, a lot better. I agree.
Jacob Brown back deep for the Panthers, Tanner Price, and Dustin Cooper.
So the kickoff is mishandled by Lincoln County as he retreats back to the 8 and scoops it up. And he's going to be knifed down. That's Brian Miller on the return at about the 15-yard line, where the Lincoln County Panthers will take over on offense, 1st and 10.
31, Nicholas Christian. First down for the Panthers. On the run, 16.
So Jake Ashley comes in with the play from Coach Derek Christian, and let's see what the Panthers do here on this drive, on their opening drive here in the fourth quarter, trailing 40-6. Lincoln County's last possession, Brian, they put one in the end zone, so let's see what they do here. 1st and 10 takes to the first man through. He's got a nice hole and picks up positive yardage. That's Shane Wells again on the carry for Lincoln County, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards, bring up 2nd down and 5.
Again, another nice hole, a nice run. And if you notice, Logan hasn't substituted. This is still their starting defense, and we seem to be gaining some success running the football now.
So 2nd down and 5 for Lincoln County. Rolling clock, a little over 11 minutes left to go in the game, trailing 40-6. Actually has one receiver split to his left. And it's going to be a false start against Lincoln County as one of the players took off just a hair early. And it's going to back him up 5, bringing up 2nd down and 10.
Again, for the folks watching this at home, I'm going to say this, another nice crowd tonight. A lot of support for this Lincoln County Panther team. I think a lot of people are seeing that, we're going to build some momentum. We're going to get better. We're young, and that's what you're going to do as the season goes along, get better.
While we have a moment, Brian, I want to make a note here, a little non-football related, but also football related. The Lincoln County High Marching Panthers will be in competition tomorrow. They're going to do a double shot and compete twice in the same day. at Spring Valley and at Huntington High School tomorrow. So let's wish Kim Cook and David Cook and all the band kids good luck tomorrow as they compete twice in the same day.
Pulling the double. You got to be impressed with that.
Panthers, 5-yard penalty.
So another 5-yard penalty for Lincoln County. It's going to back them up another 5 yards, and it's still second down. So Ashley brings up the offense. Receiver split wide to his left. Take and give to the first man through. That's number 11, Austin Scraggs. Spins off one blocker and then picks up a yard after contact. So it's going to be third down and long for Lincoln County. Third down, we'll call it 15 yards from their own 12.
Third down.
Let's see what we can draw up here, because like I said, it's real tough to call a play that's going to gain 15 yards. I mean, there's no really go-to plays to gain that.
So Lincoln County has the play, and they come up to the line of scrimmage. Ashley in the pistol formation, running back right behind him. Two receivers split left, one to his right. Looks like Ashley's going to throw. Play action. He's going to take and fire. And he's got a man in and out of the hands. Number 3, that's Corey Rusk. Rusk was open and just slipped out of his hands. And it's going to be fourth down and long for Lincoln County.
Yeah, just to throw a little bit behind him. You know that old adage, if it hits your hands, you got to catch it.
Okay, so Lincoln County is going to get back into punt formation. That's going to be Tristan Roberts back deep to punt for Lincoln County. I'm going to give a nice shout out here on the Panther Sports Network to the Hamlin Save-A-Lot and their owner, T.G. Hoffman, as Mr. Hoffman is a major contributor to Lincoln County athletics and the high school, and also has given several scholarships over the years, Brian, to student athletes at Lincoln County High.
Oh, yeah, he be a big supporter for Lincoln County athletics. He's done a lot for the community. We're fortunate to have people like him in the community that want to help.
And after the punt has been blown dead, it'll be Logan will be returning on offense, facing a 1st and 10 at the Lincoln County. We'll call it the 41-yard line. And while we have a moment, we'll also thank some other sponsors who are making this broadcast possible. That would be Armstrong, One Wire, Infinite Possibilities, and their new DA project. Make sure you contact the office for that. And we also want to thank the Lincoln Journal, who has been serving Lincoln County with news and sports coverage for over 100 years. Ryan Miller back out for the fourth quarter. And the Logan Wildcats offense. Two receivers split left, two to the right, and a running back on his right hip. That's Dante Tolliver. He's going to take and give it to Tolliver, who trips up on the slick grass, and he's going to be down after losing probably 4 yards on that carry, sinking down and bringing up a second down and long for Logan.
Again, you know what? This kid's showing a lot of heart. There's no quitting these kids at all. They're still playing hard, and that's a good sign right there. You give me a kid with heart, and I'll take them a lot of times over a kid with a lot of talent.
Miller takes and fires a short swing pass over. That's number 5, Matthew Cox, who slips a couple tackles before he's brought down. And he's going to pick up about 10 yards on that pass and catch. And it's going to bring up a third down and short for Logan.
It's third down.
It'll be really interesting next week. We understand Logan's taking on Point Pleasant next week. It should be a good battle. These are one of the 2 really good teams going at it next week.
So Logan, third down and 3 from the Panther 36. Miller takes, he's got a man open. That's Zach Accord. He hooks up for him. Hooks up with him, I should say. And the forward progress is going to be right at the first down marker. And I think Accord may have this. DJ Derrickson in on the tackle for Lincoln County. And this is going to be a fourth down and less than a yard for the first down. Let's see what the Wildcats do with their spread attack. Miller gets the signal in from the sideline and calls the play. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, and Dante Tolliver on his right hip. He's going to take it, he's going to give to Tolliver. Tolliver's going to push it ahead forward. He's going to pick up the necessary yardage, and the chains will move for Logan.
You know, it's going to be really interesting to see Logan, when they ran that play right there. A lot of times spread offense teams do have a problem in these short yardage situations where they still spread them out. They still run up the middle, and you see he really struggled to pick up that yard.
So we're going to have a officials timeout here for a measurement, and we'll see if they did get the necessary yardage for a first down. Again, I hear the Lincoln County band getting fired up a little bit down there with Panther Nation as they're having a good time here at Hamlin Lions Club Field. No doubt getting ready for their double dip competition day tomorrow as they travel to Spring Valley and Huntington High. We want to wish the band continued success.
Yeah,
bringing home some gold.
Absolutely. And, I want to go ahead and say a little shout out here to things going on at Lincoln County High School. For those who don't know out there, we have a robotics team that's ranked nationally. I mean, you got to be impressed with these kids. Matter of fact, they went to Hawaii last year and took home some awards. And from what I've understood from their coach, we have a program that's ranked number 5th nationally.
Yes, we do.
I mean, this is an awesome to see the things that are going on in Lincoln County High School and seeing these kids get a great education.
Yeah, their coach is also the robotics teacher there at Lincoln County High. I know him very well. His name is Tim Elliott, and he does a magnificent job with those kids, Brian.
Oh, they're already talking about he's got kids, the schools are recruiting right now. It's great to see that kids can go out and further their education.
So it looked like Tolliver got enough for the first down, and Logan has changed some personnel here. Number 16 in at quarterback for Logan. That is Brian Farley, and he's going to carry and pick up maybe a yard on the carry there. Brings up second down and 9.
So while we got a moment here, for those that don't know, I want to see what your predictions are. It's Marshall, Ohio tomorrow. Big game. Ohio's had Marshall's numbers. Let's hear the prediction right now.
My prediction right now? Well, you're right. The Bobcats have been a thorn in Marshall's side for the last 3 years. They have our bell. We definitely want our Riverboat Bell back. It's a traveling trophy between the two schools. They've had it for 3 years now. And all that pass was nicely broken up by Lincoln County's defense there. So back on point, I'm going to say Cato and the Herd light the Bobcats up. I'm going to say Marshall 44, Bobcats 10.
I'm going to have to agree with that. I think that this is a different team than Marshall's had in the past, and I think they're going to show up tomorrow, and I don't think it's really going to be a close ball game.
I'd honestly like to see it, as they say, I'd like to see it over with by the half.
Yes.
I really would. I'd like to see Cato just put up some PlayStation 3 numbers in the first, just sick stuff, 3-10 through the air, 4 scores, maybe 2 or 3 incomplete passes. And that pass is going to fall incomplete. Well defended there by Rusk in the Panther secondary. But yeah, so now I'll pose the prediction back on you here, Mr. Vance, you being the Mountaineer fan. WVU travels to Maryland, a thorn in the Mountaineer side for several years, Brian.
A huge thorn in our side. The great thing about it is, again, same way as Marshall, not the same team. A lot's going to depend on the weather. If they're calling for rain, there in College Park tomorrow. If it slows up a little bit and has some dry weather, I don't think it's close.
Okay, now before you make a prediction, Stephon Diggs, he's no longer a Terrapin, correct? The wide receiver that seems like he played for like 7 years at Maryland.
No, I think he's actually still there.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I think he's getting retirement from Maryland. I think he's already been on their. Yeah, he's already on their plan.
I mean, I know he blew the knee a couple years ago and got the medical red shirt granted from the NCAA, but it honestly seems like he has been there forever.
Yeah, I agree with this. I'm a Mountaineer fan. I agree. It seems like he has been there forever. The good thing about it is I do think I think West Virginia has some payback. I think it's a different football team. I think they're playing with a little more confidence right now, and I'm going to say something like 35-10 WVU.
35-10 Mountaineers. Brian, you know what? I'll agree with that. I think Trickett's in a groove. I think the air quotes tune-up game last week against Towson was just what he needed.
Oh, I would agree.
And he played brilliantly against Alabama.
Yeah, he did. He played well, and they've got a lot of confidence right now, a little more depth than the team they've had in the past.
So Brian Farley carries on 3rd down for Logan. On 4th down, the Panthers hold, and they're going to have a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line with 7:02 left here in the game. Logan still leading 40-6. Panthers looking to put another score on the board, I think, Brian, before we're done here.
Oh, and right now you're seeing, speaking of depth on some of the teams, now we're seeing some kids get in the ball game and get some valuable experience. And this is going to help the team in the future, get these kids some playing experience on down the line.
So Asher's going to take and give her on the inside reverse. That's number 11, Austin Scraggs, who's going to crease. Scraggs to the 50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Choke that up for 6, 10, 5. Touchdown, Austin Scraggs. 65 yards on the run.
I've been impressed with the way he's ran the ball all night. So you know what? I'm glad to see him break that one for a long run. Again, Josh, you and I have talked about this. He didn't dance. He hit the hole. He took off.
Correction on the run, fellas, 75 yards. My bad. 75 yards for Austin's touchdown.
And this is the thing, guys, and I know we talked about this some last year, and we have some new faces this year, but these are the kids in for Logan. They substituted. There's some white jerseys out there, every one of them. But these are the kids, our boys are going to be playing for the next 2 and 3 years. You know, they put their freshmen, their sophomores in, and our kids have been out there all night. So, and that's what you have to get through to our kids, you know. And when they buy into that and they see it and they work hard in the all season, they're going to see results in the next year and two.
It's
and
funny.
we did it with Zach Witten and Kyle Garrettson and that whole crew there. Right. And guys, it was the same thing. You tell them that, and then it pays off.
It's funny. It's ironic that you say that. You know, we're playing against their freshmen and sophomores when we've been playing freshmen and sophomores the whole game.
Oh, exactly right. You know, and like Josh is saying right now, our kids are getting all this experience and.
Ashley's got a man open for the 2-point conversion. He fires it in, and it is caught. And that's 2 points for the Panthers.
It is complete.
Ashley's pass is complete in the right corner of the end zone, and I think we've got a flag on the play. Let's wait and see what the call is, folks. Referees are discussing. And we'll wait and see what happened here on the flag.
Number 44, DJ
Pass was complete to DJ Derrickson.
Flag on the play.
So we've got an ineligible receiver downfield. So Lincoln County will be backed up and will be forced to try the 2-point again. The penalty bug has definitely bit Lincoln County hard this game, folks.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff's a little upset at that call right there. They're kind of. I asked them to see who it was, I believe, down there on the
right.
field.
Okay, so here come the Panthers. 2-point conversion attempt from their own 13. Ashley's going to take from the shotgun, drop back and fire to the end zone. Caught for the 2-point conversion. That's number 3. That's Corey Rusk. And that duo's been hooking up a few times tonight, Brian. They put in 2 points. So Lincoln County cuts into the deficit, trailing Logan 40-14.
You know what was nice about that? He actually threw that ball before he broke.
Actually, we put in 6 points right there.
Yeah.
We put 6 points on the board right there. We just can't claim but 2.
Yeah, I noticed it right there, though. When he threw that ball, he threw it before Corey actually broke. So he was throwing to the area, and Corey broke right in the ball and picked it up and made a great play. And that's nice to see. When you can develop a little rapport with the receivers coming in the future, that's going to be really, really helpful.
You know, to touch on what you gentlemen were talking about a moment ago, you know, our freshmen have been playing this whole game against now their freshmen, they're fresh. You know, everybody can play good. You feel good when you're fresh. You know, our kids have been beat on all night long. Now it's a gut check. What do you do when you're tired? That's what determines, you know, well, my coach said makes a champ from a chump. It's what you do when you're tired. That's what makes the difference.
It's number 7, Zach Accord on the return for Logan. And the Wildcats will set up 1st and 10 after the Lincoln County touchdown on a nice bit of running by Austin Scraggs, who sprinted untouched 75 yards for a touchdown.
First down for the Wildcats.
They're setting out Logan with a 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. 6:41 left in the game. Logan leading Lincoln County 40-14. A couple of personnel changes for Logan. They get their linemen in. Timeout, Lincoln County. Okay, Brian, so while we have a moment here, let's run through some scores here from around the state. Parkersburg South is leading number 5 Morgantown 28-26 in the fourth quarter. Bit of a surprise there. Number 8 Cabell Midland leading Parkersburg 28-7. That score was at halftime. The Northside Automotive AAA game of the week, number 6 Spring Valley trailing South Charleston 31-6, and that game is in the second quarter.
A little bit of surprise there after Spring Valley come off that big win. Maybe had a little bit of a hangover from the win over Huntington last week.
All right, let's scroll down here. Scrolling. Hurricane leading Riverside 33-0. That score is at halftime. And another Northside Automotive, the AA game of the week, number 1 Wayne is at number 7 in AAA. That's Point Pleasant. Undefeated Point Pleasant against undefeated Wayne. Point Pleasant pulling away from Wayne 32-14. That score in the fourth quarter, Brian.
And you know, though, you got to give it up. I mean, here you got number 7 Point Pleasant, and we've seen them. That's a heck of a football team. But you know what? AA Wayne just, they keep playing. They keep doing what they do. And, you know, even though they're at the score right now, it seems a little lopsided. I'm not worried about Wayne at all.
No, not me either. Tommy Harmon will have those troops ready to go. I'm sure it'll be close by the time it's over. So that's number 6, Matthew Brown in. He's going to turn it upfield. He's going to pick up a first down for Logan, give him probably 14 on the carry. I'm sorry, number 12 yards on the carry, excuse me. He's brought down by Adam Vance for Lincoln County. Now Logan with a 1st and 10 at the Panther 45-yard line on a rolling clock. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the game. Logan leading Lincoln County for 40-14. Take and give to number 40. That's Mark Adams on the carry for Logan. He's going to pick up 4 yards on the carry, bring up 2nd down and 6 for Logan. Brian, while we have a few minutes left here in the game, why don't we talk a little bit about one of our sponsors, Armstrong, you being the general manager at Armstrong. I want you to tell folks about your DA package a little bit more in detail and how they can get that package started if they are a customer of Armstrong.
Again, you got to October 21st, and that's when we're going to switch from analog to an all-digital signal. The all-digital signal will give you a better picture, much more high-quality picture. Again, we're giving 2 of these away for free. So if you've got a TV without a box on it, just come get 2 for free. If you've got more, it's only $1 a box. And it allows you, if you've got a little better package, you can pick that up on every TV.
I believe we had a fumble on that play. There was Matthew Brown turned upfield for Logan, and he recovered his own fumble.
And back to the DAs, you know, if you have a box right now on your TV and you've got some extra packages, maybe you have the HBO, the Cinemax, or even some of the upper tier sports packages, you can't get those on the other TVs in your house. But you know what? With these new DAs, you'll be able to get all of that on every TV.
So October 21 is the magic number, is what you're telling all of our Armstrong customers
Absolutely.
out there.
And they're so easy to get. Stop in the office, get one. You know, you can call us. We can mail you one. We can actually hook one up. If you think you have problems, just give us a shout and we'll come hook it up for free.
Brian, if anybody wants to pick up those DAs or call and get more information about the DAs, what would the number be to call for your customers?
That number is actually 1-877-277-5711. And like I said, or you can go to our website, ArmstrongMyWire.com. You can order them right off the website. You know, this is so simple. You just click on it, automatically you can order how many you need. Okay. They ship to your house, and trust me, these are simple to hook up.
Sounds like a great thing that Armstrong's doing with the digital. You know, going away from the analog signal. I mean, I can remember, we talked about this last week, and I still can't get over how technology advances over the years. You know, when you and I were kids here in Hamlin and Armstrong first came with cable, I mean, you know, we had more than 3 channels.
Yeah, exactly.
It was amazing, man. I loved it.
Exactly. You know, another thing that we were telling people, that the great thing that we offer at Armstrong, if you do hook these DAs up and I have a problem, you can't get them, just give us a call, and guess what? Service is free. Unlike some companies, we're not charging for any service calls. We'll come to your house, fix it up for you, free of charge.
That sounds great, Brian. So you get 2 boxes for free, and if you need an additional box, it's only an extra $1.
Oh, exactly right. And you know, like I said, we take pride in our products, and we're going to make sure that it's going to be done right. So like I said, if you have a problem, give us a shout. We come out there. again, some of our competitors, they're going to charge you for that service call. Not here.
Well, getting back to the game here a little bit, Brian, that last penalty was against Lincoln County. They called pass interference. Receiver didn't turn back around to look for the ball, so that's a pretty easy call to make. And Logan's going to have a 1st and 10 on the Lincoln County. Looks like about the we'll call it the 30-yard line here.
Yeah, again on that last play, really, it wasn't bad coverage. Again, just turn the head around, turn the head and look for the ball.
Got a lot of New Jersey in there for most of the ball, so these kids are getting some valuable playing experience. As we hinted on a little bit, that's number 6. That's Matthew Brown. He's going to turn the corner, pick up about 5 yards on the carry.
Matthew Brown, the ball carrier.
I'm not for sure if that was audible at all for what, but that was really a kind of neat play in a way because the quarterback for the first time just snapped and took off running.
Could have been. I've seen that play before out of the spread. I think it's actually a power play. As the lineman will pull out in front.
Well,
the quarterback.
The funny thing there was, I was talking to Josh here, and it looked like almost like an option play, but the running back never went with him.
So the option is to keep it and run.
Keep it and run as fast as you can run.
The options were limited. That's right, Jamie. So again, Logan with some fresh faces in. That's Brown again running up into the hole. He's going to get back to about the line of scrimmage before he's brought down by the Panther defense.
Matthew Brown, the ball carrier.
2:49 on a rolling clock here left in the game, folks. Logan leading Lincoln County 40-14.
And, folks, I'm going to let you remind you that next week, we're rolling to South Point.
Oh, that's right. We are. That's right.
It's our first road game as the Panther Sports Network. We'll be traveling to South Point.
So the Panther Game Day crew will be traveling to South Point, Ohio as we go to take on the Pointers at their nice facility with their turf field and everything. And that'll be an absolute pleasure going up to South Point. So here comes Logan. Matthew Brown's going to fire a pass deep down the field. It's going to be intercepted by the Lincoln County defense. And we've got a penalty. We've got a penalty on the play. I believe that will be against Logan. A little frustrated after that play. I can totally understand that.
Well, you can see right now, I'm looking at the coach for Logan right now, and he's pretty much jumping on this kid a lot, this receiver that got the 15 yards because, it was
That was Ty Crawford, the interception there, Brian, for Lincoln County.
Nice play, Ty.
Tyler Crawford, freshman. 5'5", 150 pounds, and used every bit of it on that interception.
He definitely got in position, kept concentration on the ball, and then what I liked about it is even though Logan got the 15-yard there, it really easy to jump up and retaliate. He did.
Well, you know what, and I've got to say, I don't know what the kid's problem was. It was a clean play, interception, and I was noticed through the glasses, he just punched him.
He did.
Dumb play.
Yeah, I could see the Logan staff right now that's kind of, we could say that chewing that, that would be, I believe so.
We call that positive reinforcement in the education world. That's positive reinforcement going on the Logan sideline. So here comes Lincoln County back out on offense. Got a new player in at quarterback for the Panthers. And we got a fumble on the play. And we're still waiting on the signal. Was he down by contact? Still waiting on the refs to decide here. Was he down by contact, or are they going to rule this a fumble? Let's wait and see. They're discussing it right now with 1:15 on the clock left in the game. So they're going to say he was down by contact. So second down for Lincoln County. It was number 44, DJ Derrickson on the carry. Nice bit of running there by DJ, picking up 7 yards. Second down and 3 for Lincoln County, just outside their own 30.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that was down by contact. It's hard running like that right there. You definitely got to make sure you secure that ball, but that was really hard running to get extra yards.
He's going to take and give to number 20. That is Colton Beckelheimer breaking free for Lincoln County, picking up the first down. He's going to have a nice chunk of yardage all the way up to the Lincoln County 40. Again, another freshman in Coach Christian's backfield there, Brian. Nice bit of running.
Oh, and again, I love it how he came up. There was a guy untouched, made one cut, and go north-south.
So 1st and 10 for Lincoln County when we are under a minute here at Hamlin Lions Club Field. He's going to take it. He's going to give it to Beckelheimer, who's going to be wrapped up in the backfield and slung down by the Logan defense. That's number 12 on the tackle for Logan, Elijah Coleman.
Yeah, it looked like there was a couple missed blocking assignments right there. There was two guys in medium right there, deep in the backfield.
So Beckelheimer's going to lose about loss of 4 yards on the play after the nice run on the play before. So Austin Scraggs comes in at quarterback for Lincoln County. He's facing a 2nd down and 14. Under 23 seconds here to go in the game. Lincoln County still trailing 40-14, and they're trying to maybe end this on a positive note. Number 18, that's Bryce Adkins, the quarterback. Picks up the ball and tries to push the ball forward. He will give him 2 yards on the carry, and the horn will sound, and that's the end of the game here at Hamlin Lions Club Field. Logan will leave Lincoln County and improve their all-time record against the Panthers to 6-1 after a 40-14 win. And Ryan Miller was everything as advertised. Brian throwing the ball for the Wildcats.
Well, as we talked about a little bit in pregame, this was definitely a high-octane offense, and you know what? They did nothing to disappoint tonight. I mean, actually, we saw some kind of rough plays out of them, some drop passes, some poor execution on their part. So, you know, even though Miller had a really good game, it could have been leaving a little better. Some of the receivers could have brought in a few more.
So what can Lincoln County possibly take from this? After losing 40-14, Josh, what can Lincoln County take away from this? Had some positive, plays there in the second half, put a couple scores on the board.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to drive through, do the little things. You can't shoot yourself in the foot like we talked about so many times. You can't have the penalties. You can't have the turnovers. Just learn from this. These young kids get the experience and beat it in their head like we talked about. They're towards the end of the game, guys. Stick with it. Keep doing the little things, and it will pay off in the future.
I definitely think that, we're going to see this team grow as the year goes along. And, we say that there's youth and experience as freshmen and sophomores, but at the end of the season, they're not going to be freshmen and sophomores anymore. We're going to have to grow up fast, unfortunately.
Right. Well, for Brian Vance and Josh Shemp and our wizard of the stat sheet, Jamie Jones, I'm Ryan Pritchard. We're going to sign off here from Hamlin Lions Club Field, where Logan has defeated Lincoln County 40-14. Our next broadcast will come to you on the road from South Point, Ohio, as the Panthers will venture over the border to take on the Pointers. We'll see you right here next time on the Panthers Sports Network.